Don't ask me, guys, what the fuck am I playing right now? Do not ask me what am I playing. Do not ask me what am I playing. Do not like You know what? I gonna go with judgment in this game, saying this game will be shit. But change my mind, okay? Atom RPG, change my mind. I dare you, change my mind today at. Okay. Okay, we posted it here. I'll post it in the next one. How the hell I never find the promote yourself? Low-key hidden. Low-key hidden. Alright guys, as I said, stream started, gameplay has to begin. Bro, what the fuck is this? Wow. Amazing gameplay. Wow, I'm so mad at this game. I can't believe that this game that I didn't pay for and I pirated it, it doesn't works. But it legit doesn't works. Maybe I need to run it as an administrator or something. Bro, what is this? Where is it? Oh, here. Oh, give me legit use gift. Did I close action? No way, the problem is I closed the installer maybe a bit quickly, but I don't think so. Otherwise it should say error. I don't think so, I closed it too quickly. Maybe I closed the finalization too quickly, I don't know. Maybe if we press a button. Bro, I had to press a random button. Or maybe we had to wait. Hall of Fame, what is this? Oh, this is just the mods. None. So how do I get out of this? Oh. New game. Wait, we can start as a woman. Let me just turn on, guys, the chat. Zana. What does Zana do? Black belt distinction, morphine doctor. What is this game? First it's gambling. What? Is it a trait that you can gamble? Gambling, man. 90-20 rule, man, right? Oh no, it's 20-80 rule. Gamble like 16-20 hours a day and you still have stuff for fun time such as sleep. Spend time with family. Oh man. How do you have radiation resistance, man? Zana, Pavel. They have the same stats, to be honest, no? They are just different. Oh yeah. Basil, Isolde, wait, Olga, Zoe, Leonid, Milena. But I think the name changes. As a cadet in the secret atom organization, you completed the standard training program and received an education that should theoretically assure your survival in harsh outside. Right. But I think they have the same stats, all of them. Like, what's the point? Ahmed, Nikita, Renat, Artur, Helena, Mikhail, Ben, Zanna, Alexander, Klaus, Vladislav, Bogdan, Zanna, Zulifia, Zoe. But why does the picture all the time change, man? You know what, in here it kinda doesn't matter. I guess we're gonna go for this character. Gambling. Luck. What does gambling do in this game? Your skill at games of chance also opens special dialogue options with other gamblers. Ah. But why are we proficient in bartering? These don't change at all, actually. These are all the same for all of them. Bogdan, Christina, Alfred. She's kinda hot, Svetlana. It's kind of hot. We go Artyom, man. Artyom from the other game. What is technophobe? You never like crafting or technology. Why go to the fuss of using a tractor when the shovel will do the job? +1 strength, +1 endurance, technology crafting, no starting craft recipes. Well, I may just fuck myself then. Long term. Speechcraft. Your ability to influence others with your words, speech also helps you to avoid fights with bandits on the global. Ah yes, definitely. Definitely I can just tell them. You can just tell them, oh, you know what guys, I actually don't have any money at me. Please don't rape me on the road, thank you. Martial arts. Melee. We could go for a Giga Chat. Only martial arts, fuck it. There we go guys, pickpocket. Do we go pickpocket? Can we go like some points in this and we gonna pick some pockets as well. Tinkering, technology, stealth. Gambling is that it then. Tax. I think we need some strength. What does this do? Governs maximum carry weight, intimidation in dialogues, melee and unarmed damage, and slightly affects your maximum health endurance. Resistance against all negative effects and the survival skill all depend on endurance. Guess what, in this intellect, I don't know, we don't need to be a smart fella. Attention. Accuracy in range combat gives you additional with us, but you don't need the surrounding luck. Personality, I guess we need some personality as well. Dexterity, what do you do? How much your combat speed, chance to dodge blows, accuracy, melee as well, lockpicking and theft. I should be fine. Normal. Army. What is this? A green military jacket and pants belonging to an unknown regiment. Action hero, sleeveless shirt and army pants, best choice for an action. Good old sweater with the reindeer decoration and thick cloth pants. Army. Action hero. I think we're gonna be an action hero. Or what are they searching for radiation blasts or something? Well, I don't know if the cinematic's supposed to be this ugly or is it just like a... Oh, it looks like kinda like a psychedelic episode. You have a peculiar dim red stars glow in the sky and the giant mushroom rises to the heavens. Definitely it ain't a nuclear blast. As horn shadows dance at the edge of an ancient forest, suddenly darkness falls, the image are eclipsed within a black void as it is surrounding you, as it billows closer and closer, like impenetrable smoke as it rubs against your body, like a cat is soothing, calming before devouring you. What? Why do I have only one dialogue option? You swallow a thick lump of saliva and look around frankly. Yo, we have a wife. Oh wait, that's a guy actually. You see nothing unusual here in your barracks for agents about to be deployed on the field. A man is standing near you, he looks worried. Having a nightmare. Look at it, Artyom. Even yesterday some didn't wake you up right? Take all the rest you can before we shut. That's the idea. Who are you again? What mission though? That will be disclosed during the final briefing. Come on, soldier, shape up. Fine. Who are you supposed to be though? Agent... Oh no, wait, it's Agent Aleph of the Horde Eaters Brigade. Our leaders asked me to watch over you until your departure, to make sure everything's okay. Yes, where am I? Where am I? I can tell you. I guess I watched that. Okay, so what should we do now? Are you pulling my leg? This is ground level 8M heat. Oh, let me guess. You're going to ask what year is it and what sort of war we had 20 years ago. Actually, yes, I don't want to know what year is it. I do want to. Fuck. You sure didn't take something to help sleep last night? Comrade crackhead, it's 2005, don't scare me like that. Okay, so what should we do now? First, get some food in your system because you need some food. There are some biscuits on the table, and we'll think about what to do with you next. We still have some time before the briefing starts. Okay, so do we just escape a war? Do we just desert, man? Yeah, eating something may actually do the trick. That's the spirit. Knock yourself out on those biscuits. No soup for you, though. You step straight through serving time in the mess hall. Honestly, not a huge loss between you and me. It was always crap. There is a biscuit on the table. Hold Alt in highlight. Click with the left mouse and a bit to grab it. How do you highlight? With Alt you can also highlight. You click on it. No, press inventory button. Biscuit. Perfect. How do we eat it? I guess we don't eat it yet then. You know what? Graphically it doesn't look that shit. You yawn as you enter the next room and stop before a closed door. The agent scratches his unshaven neck. Recent habits never die. Whenever I get under the roof of or shelter, I always attempt to barricade myself, like with this door. For example, I locked it on instinct, never even bothered to remember where I stashed the key. Can you take a quick look around it? This is a kind of test. You are weird fella, aren't you? Hold on, I see what I can find. Try to remember where you put the script briefing. Right. So it's hard, you can highlight. It's coffee. You can zoom out, holy. Okay. Ah, you... Wait, it's reverse order. Oh, it is gives us stealth, oh, holy. Barracks key. Open your inventory and hold LMB on the key and drag it into the software. Why can't you just like open it automatically? That's weird, man. A rope. Every self-respecting adventurer should have a rope, or so it comes with the territory. Waste paper, some old papers, meaningless documents now used for hygienic purposes. True to that. Even more toilet paper. Hey, you take a deep breath. The air assembly field is filled with the stench of machine oil and soldiers. And today, only you and your colleagues stand here. Perfect. I'll be honest with you, Artyom. The wastes are no joke. You should be ready to do some training exercise before. Will he jerk us? Yeah, it won't hurt. Okay, listen up. There are various trading spots around the courtyard. Pick any of them and I'll train you as well as I can. When you had enough, feel free to the main. Press the C button or the interface button picture on the left to open the statistics window. To check out your partner statistics, push button above picture or the left. View up at this, press the button below the picture, right? C ability, you say. Artyom, perfect. Where is the other one? Oh, it's here. Map status. Okay, where do we go though? Map does not say shit. Indeed, it doesn't. Oh, I love that you can rotate with Q and D. Makes sense. After it kinda don't like this weird camera angle though. Ooh, gunpowder. All of them. Okay, so what the hell do we do here? This is the shooting range or what? This looks like the shooting range. Ah, the game even tells you where to go, that's perfect. Here, as you already know, is the shooting gallery. Try and shoot the targets, yep. Take the weapon from the table by clicking on it with and drag it into an active slot. To attack a passive target, click it while holding left control button or click click on the interface button picture to give your weapon and items to a comrade. Right. Badges field one. We kinda need to put this on our head now so we look some badass. Okay, so how do we shoot? It's control. Hide. Wait, how does the accuracy even? Not the scratch. God damn, I'm so good at shooting. But I can't move. Probably shoot most of these though. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Bro, am I not in range? Okay, how the fuck do I move in this game? I cannot walk deeper, okay. We click. Wait, it doesn't let me go deeper though. Oh, because you need the sniper for sniper rifle, right. Effect 60 plus for rifles and shotguns. Skills rifles and shotguns works a bonus for hitting from a distance, accuracy penalty in close range, crit chance plus 15%. God damn. God damn. Those are some range weapons, aren't they? God, that AoE effect looks so shit. Hey yo! We can take all of these grenades though, holy. We are stacked. We are strapped and we are stacked. Bro, we won't have the lack of a grenade, I ain't gonna lie. Why did I take a brick though? Alright. Gotcha. Alright, we did shoot stuff. What else do we need to shoot in here? To give a order to companions in combat, hold left mouse button on him or her and pick the command you want. You can skip the turn by pressing space. What do you mean we can't see the target? But we are already dying. Bro, what is this shit? You don't have enough action points. So how many do I need for that? I moved? What is this game? But all we got is one shot. No way we are dying to the tutorial. Probably got legit one shot. Give me the other weapon, cause this one... What? I can't even open up my inventory. Can I switch my weapons? Nope. Oh. Why do we have biscuit in our hand? There you go, now it's dead. This is shooting range, man. Right. After stealing every grenade, wait, you didn't steal these pistols yet. Perfect. I think I just don't need these. Okay, how do we get out of here? Doesn't look like I get out to me. Holy shit. What's that sound in your stomach growling? Oh, I recently ate a biscuit, man. Somebody forgot his canned meat over there. You can warm up in the campfire. Sounds good. Lovely. Now let's move on though. Can we... how do we... I mean, we're not that hungry, are we that hungry? We can eat bricks. I don't have much food in here, to be honest. Oh, we have a canned food though. Actually, that's toilet paper. Actually, never mind. Where's the canned food he gave me? Nah, you know what, CBA. I guess we're hungry, not that hungry. There's literally nothing here. Nails. What am I supposed to do with nails? Let's get out of this wasteland. Perfect. That's not the way to get out though. So where the hell do we get out? The game shows me that we should go inside of this, but what should we do here? So nothing here. Wait, did we pick up how many grenades? 13. It doesn't deal damage, it just stuns. What the hell? I guess I picked up kind of shit there, huh? You wonder if there is any fizzy drink left in the machine, but is there, or do you just like... A coin. Ah, so we get some... Wow, give me that fizzy drink, man. Really, I have to put it in my hand. How about the game design? I also have to switch it. inkább ugye... See a middle-aged man digging through his pocket, scratch white lab coat. Is the doctor? Do you know many know since childhood? That's why you noticed the absence of his thick rimmed glass right away. Not sure if you all enjoyed this diverse type of gameplay. I mean, occasionally we do some random shit here. Dang it, where did I put my glasses? Oh, hello there, didn't notice you, cadet, that's a good thing. Was that this soldier, the long-lipped soldier after all? Did you need something from this beautiful morning? Did you need something from me this beautiful morning? Our cadet will soon be sent on a mission. A mission? Good, good, but why are you visiting me then? Because I have few questions for you, Doc. The dog stares for a moment, blinks and laughs. I see someone learned his lesson too well. Let me guess, you'd like to ask me my name, rank, thoughts about Atom, and hear some rumors? No. Even though you already know who I am, it's good that you remember the 4 steps speaking with outsiders protocol. So well you even use it on your friends and colleagues, but please hold your questions until you meet someone who's actually an outsider. Right. I was just messing with you though. Is there anything else useful that you can teach me before I go? Oh, that was silly of me, sorry, I'm preoccupied with this weird briefing I have. I even know in my head is everything messed up. I can't go to briefing or disoriented like this. Dr. Yanov studies you with a silly grin. Oh, Khalid, please stop. I can see that your normal mental state is within the norm. Instead of pretending to be crazy. How about a colleague in need? See Taras in that bed over there. He got into a scrap with a huge insect and needs some bandages. Here is a first aid kit. Help the poor guy out so you won't learn anything new, but it will refreshen your memory. Sure things. Here it goes. What if we just like help him with a punch in the throat? Nah, just kidding. Alright. Which is the bandage in here? That's it. Bro. Oh, you got a press control for some reason, okay. What a game. Alright. We did do it, Doc. We did do it, Doc. The kind-hearted would forget Fozianov met you with a friendly nod. What is this time, Caddy? Here's my report, the Taras bandage. Taras is bandaged and resting. I saw you helping him cut eraser. He's right in front of me, after all in the same room as us. But thank you for the report, very special of you. Here's hoping your first aid skills never get any use in the field. Stay healthy. Here's what the hell is that word even? Here's hoping your first aid skills never get any use in the field. Stay healthy and good luck at the briefing. Listen, I can't argue with that. Perfect. But as a spine can be like, yo, does this count to be stealing? Stimulant was used in the Rand army behind the scenes. After the war, it became popular in the base. Some even figured out how to synthesize it. It heals, but it causes addiction. I will take it, all of it. But the doctor the doctor doesn't seem to be bad. Antidote minus toxin, perfect. What else do we have here? Super stimulant. When more powerful version of Fan. After the war, it became popular in the base, applying healing but causes addiction. Oh, can we steal something from him? Status chance healthy. There's nothing in his desk. How do you pickpocket it? Oh wait, there's a button for it. Alpha 3. What the hell is Alpha 3, man? Ah bro, we're gonna just press U. What is Alpha 3, man? Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to click on him. But did I not save it? Settings, controls, scroll down. Pickpocket. Bro. Ooh. Enter. Okay. But the U button doesn't work. What is Alpha 3, man? F3. Oh. Secondary. F3. What is Alpha 3, man, even? Alt 3? Nah. What is Alpha 3? Is even a word, man? Controls. Alpha 3. It's gonna be on U then. It is what it is. Oh, we got a sneak first though. Ah, but C is for character, of course. Alpha 3, man. Blood and gore, isometric mode. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck is this? Invert camera movement. Make controls. Bro, it never saves, man. What is Alpha 3, man? Oh, we got a friend request. Accept. No, I cannot believe this, guys. Which button is the Alpha 3? Which button is the Alpha 3 on keyboard? Which one? Throttle, practical focus, cycle, camera. Yeah, but where is the Alpha 3, man? My ass, man. What is this game? What are the alpha keys? There's simply an alphanumeric keys on the keyboard. These are all of the Latin characters, assume. Alpha 3, so what? Third button then. No? Oh. But why didn't you say third button instead of alpha 3? How does this even make sense then? So it's the third button. Yeah. Yes, maybe I shouldn't click this hard in my DMs, but I guess it shouldn't be a big deal. Alpha 3 unlock pickpocket repair. So Alpha 2, Alpha 1 information. We gotta press. You see, doctor, we cannot open him up. There's nothing. Yes, yes, yes. Bro, this is how easy it was to. What is this game? Alright, alright. I don't know what does this even mean. Locked. Magnifying glass. Spoon. We need all 6 of them. We have to eat shit somehow because there is nothing else in this wasteland, guys. I'll be in my lobby if he's interested. Bro, one survival. Babushka scrap of wow. I don't need this actually. But it's not even worth a penny probably. Scrap metal. seems to be locked for me. No way we opened it up like that. Gunpowder. All of it. All of it. I don't know what do we do with so much gunpowder. Oh my god, really? Even more ammo, holy. What am I supposed to do with this amount of ammo in this game, guys? The soldier is snoring. Oh, we're gonna pickpocket his ass. That's why you don't fall asleep in Ohio. This pistol was a union. How did he wake up, man, when I saw this pistol? That... But it's... We're gonna have some coaching sessions soon, guys. I haven't told a coaching session since a while. Getting older, man. I'll just save this game and exit it. I'll have a client soon, so we have something to watch in here. Yep. I'm gonna put my phone to charge soon. Yeah, you can enjoy me in my voice chat. Mr. Sparta. Let's see what he has to say.
Yo, hello.
Hello, Mr. Sparta.
Hello, Mr. Guabi? I don't know.
That's Gabi.
Gabi, okay. What's this between G and A?
Ah, it's an
Just,
Among Us character. Have you heard of Among Us?
yeah, the game, okay. That's cool. I didn't realize you can put,
I didn't know it either. I just copy pasted it, and that's how I have it.
G, okay, nice.
Alright, so that's probably some questions in your mind, so feel free to ask them.
My questions. Yeah, so I messaged you of like what I'd like to do.
Right, that
Um,
sounds fair. So,
it's on.
yeah,
So, but the thing is, I would like 2 hours of coaching, but like, uh, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of just paying 1 hour for now. Because look, honestly, I have to give it straight to your face. You could be like a scammer, right?
well, I'm not a scammer, but yeah, I guess that's fair, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
but you yeah, do you get what I mean?
I get
But
what you mean. I get what you mean, yeah.
yeah, because I see it happens a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
uh,
That's true. I really feel you because there are lots of smaller discords that are just made to scam people. So I get your point. There is a lot of scamming in the league coaching industry somehow. I really get your
yeah.
point.
Like I just once messaged like I would like life coaching, then I've got like I don't know 3, 4 people messaging me, and they all like send nice messages. Oh, I'll help you, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm
Um,
still not sure if
Oh
this is
yeah, it's
legit.
why. So when it comes to
Yeah,
this type of online stuff, you can look at my reviews as well. I have like lots of reviews there. Basically, you can look at my YouTube videos as well if you know me on YouTube. That's where you can see my coachings as well to get more insight of what's going on. But recently I just mainly made some matchup guides, some videos about this and that. But if you scroll downwards, you'll also see some live or replay coachings or whatnot. In the past, I used to like upload them more frequently, so that's where you can also like get more insight. Now, what I can tell you so far, pretty much I had quite a lot of clients, more so in the past. I've been coaching actually for
mm,
2 3 years so far. Actually, some of them
okay,
were like more successful clients, some of them less. Some of them reach mastery in no time, quite quickly. It really depends on the person. That's what I keep telling people. It actually depends more on the individual than on the coach. Um, just because it has to do about like how disciplined like someone is. That's what I
yeah,
keep telling people. But yeah, like, you had
I
some
see.
type of questions, so I'm willing to listen to them.
Uh, okay. So I'm looking at your YouTube. Uh,
You'll find a bunch of things there, but mainly the coaching content. You get to scroll a little bit more so downwards, just because recently recently I didn't really have many clients, so basically you'll mainly see some matchup guides, some presentation of certain things. Um,
I see. Well, yeah, I can see like you're coaching even diamond players and that. So okay, I am. I don't know. I think you can like look at my OPGG
yeah,
and
I can look at your op.gg as well and see
then
what's
you
going on.
can. Okay, listen, I'll give you a shot, right? And of course, if everything seems good and all that, then yeah, I'll keep. Is this legit? No,
Yeah, you can click
is
on my screen and
fake.
you can look at your op.gg here, or
Ah,
your League of
okay.
Legends profile. So what's your in-game name? So I can like type it here.
Um, wait, I'll give you my OP.E.
Alright.
Yeah. Second. Where's your? I think this one.
Alright, I can click on it really quick in here. So right now you're Silver 1, right, in EU. This is your main account, or is this a Smurf account of yours?
Yep, this is my account. So I don't know. Like I like support and top.
You like
Yeah,
support
top
and top?
because
Uh-huh.
top lane because I feel like in like silver gold elo you need to like carry the game
Uh,
because you get shit teammates, right? But
yeah.
as you, I'm sometimes very good with Bard, and I get some defeats
So
somewhere. And
So that's what Latirus plays, the rank 1 player. He just spams Bart these days. He's a decent
yeah,
champion. He's not the most scary champion in lower ranks. In lower ranks, I would always recommend champs like Lux, maybe Thresh or Blitz. Champions that are a bit more punishing, or either they can just carry the lane on their own. Um,
like Lux,
Lux,
right?
Lux is fine as well. Like any type, either punishing champs like Blitz,
Yeah,
Pike, something like that, or either just like poke champs like Lux. Because often champs like Lulu kind of fall off. Janna, not the
Yeah,
best. Bitbard, you can set
yeah,
up some gangs, but it isn't the most aggressive champ either. Um,
yeah,
I would just say
yeah.
it's a bit better for you to play on top lane. Just because
Okay,
thing about like bot lane is that you have to concentrate on two champions on two matchups, and on top lane it's like only one matchup. So it's easier to like
yeah,
improve on your gameplay on top lane. Also on bot lane, like it's a bit more annoying to play bot lane these days because bot lane is more open and top lane is more closed with the recent terrain. So it's like it's less likely you're gonna get annoyed by getting camped all the time on top. Um, so it just really comes down
yeah,
to that there could be less frustration. Or what pisses me off when I play bot lane support AD carry doesn't matter. If
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Especially though, like you make plays, you do something, and then
it's
they just don't auto the fucking champion. It's like,
yeah
come
it's
on, man. I ulted both of them. Fucking do something,
Yeah, like either
right?
role you play on bot lane, it's like if one of the guys is not capable enough, then things won't work out, and that's why I recommend top or mid more. Cause it's like on top
Yeah,
lane, well, if you know your all-in angles, if you know when to kill your opponents, then it was completely on you, and you didn't rely on your AD carry to follow up a good CC engage of yours. And I feel like it's just less frustrating that way overall to play top lane, in these days.
yeah,
So I
that
think
makes
that's
sense. Okay, so I'd like you to coach me top lane. My favorite champion maybe for top lane is Tryndamere. I I don't know, like I don't know why I feel like I suck with Tryndamere, but maybe you can, yeah, watch
I
me
feel
and
like you don't
see.
go Phantom Dancer enough on the champion, but we can look. So, fun fact, I used to be at the time rank 1 with Rindamir when I played on Yuna, when I was Grandmaster in Yuna at the time. It was like 4 years ago, I don't remember. These days I
Yeah,
still play Trindamir, it's still fun, but more so occasionally. In the past I used to play him a little more.
yeah. The
I
thing
think
is,
I even played on my own account, like in here. Look, it's like an account I play on it. This is my master account. I still play now and then some Trinda games. Like it's still fun to play. It just the higher you go, the more it feels like it falls off and falls off and falls off. Oh, on this account I don't even have Trinda games. But
is this
let's.
your account, Gragas?
Oh, in here we play a
Uh,
lot of Gragas, Ornn, Rambush, everything. Like I play just anything on this account uh,
nice.
cause
So okay, you know your top lane shit. That's
So,
good.
so we're just like basically doing some any type of like top lane content, Graga spam in here. So yeah, let's look at your runes and builds. So generally you take little tempo, which is the good rune. There is nothing else in these days you can go for. In the past you could go phase rush, but there is really nothing else you can go for these days. Now,
Yeah, I feel like I think yeah, just when I pay for the coaching sessions, you can like teach me about the runes and shit. Because honestly, I use this app Professor, and then it just
uh,
exposed the runes.
yeah, that's the good thing
Yeah,
about Tryndamere. More so your runes are one-sided. Like you always go little tempo, you always go triumph, you always go less than. Now in between legend alacrity and tenacity runes, you can change in between because those are the
yeah.
ones that are
So
matchup
depends.
dependent. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing I would like you to teach me, like when to change the runes and all that.
Yeah. So
Depending on the matchup.
So it's not very complicated on Tryndamere. These days, don't go for unflinching. It's very shit actually.
Yeah.
It almost does not do anything, especially into Alawi. So it doesn't give tenacity anymore as in the past. It gives you armor and magic resist, but only a very little amount. It's not even written in here. But if I type, for example, unflinching fandom lol, we'll be able to see that you barely get any armor. You get one or two armor actually. You get two armor early on. And the issue is it only procs on immobilizing effects or slows, which means Alawi will not be able to even like proc that on you, that unflinching, unless she is, but only when her E finishes. And when her E
Yeah.
finishes, usually you're either like outside of her range already and you're dodging her tentacles, so you don't do anything with that small little like resistances you get for like 2 seconds by the way. So in Talawi this is basically useless. So in this type of scenarios, like into easy matchups, you can go demolish because you wanna capitalize by taking plates and having a more potent side laning power. So anytime you're facing an easy matchup, you should go demolish. Unflinching is never
Okay.
an option these days. It's just shit. I mean, it's just shit, so I would never really go for it. Unflinching is just bad. Just
Okay,
what
I
it.
see.
So what unflinching, you basically go for like revitalize. Bone plating can be fine. Second win depends if it's a poking matchup, all-in matchup, but like anything you would go for, you don't really go for unflinching these days at most. Um,
Okay.
that's basically your goal. Now, when it comes to like builds on Tryndamere, more than often Kraken is the go-to rush. There is nothing else you could really replace with. Now, as your second items, you have really two, three options. So you rush your Kraken in some matchups. You rush boots, of course. So, for example, in range matchups, where you get to just all in your opponent, you wanna go boots, right? So it depends on your matchup.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Yeah.
so it's just really all about that, because in some matchups you don't need extra damage, you need more mobility to catch up. So then you just want to
Yeah.
optimize into boots. And then at most, like your second item choice is Kraken into Queen's Rage Blade, or either the other option that you can go for is Phantom Dancer. Hullbreaker can be alright, but only if you are hard winning lane already and you mainly
Mm.
wanna split push, so it can be fine, but
That's what I did in this game because
yeah.
really I fucked Elo in this case. But obviously I think she's a bad player. Uh, but yeah, I mean look at the CS difference.
Oh yeah,
You can
there's like
see.
a top gap there. I can see that. There's like definitely
Yeah.
a top gap.
But
So
it's not really consistent. You can see my win rate is shit. But yeah, you can like watch me play live and see like my decision making or even like
alright, we
tell
can
me
do that.
what's yeah. Okay, where's your PayPal?
I sent you my PayPal. It's a bit upper here. You can
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Yeah, I'm about to pay now. It
Now,
disappeared.
when
What
it
the
comes
fuck?
to Tryndamere mechanics, should I show you anything in practice tool, or do you have them at most?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can.
Alright, so it's even not like it's not that hard mechanically, but there is some things you should watch out for. There's a thing. It's similar to a Garen. It seems to be quite brainless, but when you look a bit deeper into it, it takes some degree amount of skill, I would say. It's one of those type of champions that this looks easy, but there are some things to learn about him. Takes like a medium to easy amount of like skill. Um, it more so comes
Okay,
down
yeah,
to
you
like his.
can. I think it's basic. Like I know how his kit works. And
So do you know how to manage your like HP resources with Q, like when to use it, when not to use it, your W
like
angles?
yeah, so W of course like it slows him or it decreases his armor and shit. But if he's facing away from me, then you can slow him down.
Yeah, so it decreases his AD, right? Your spin is just a spin, but you could flash spin, right? And so in some case scenarios,
Uh,
did you know that? So you can flash spin with the champion, right?
Rush spin, yeah, I know you can do that, but I never really had the moment where I can do that because I'm still a low elo. So, but yeah, I know like flash spin
It's
is
flash
good.
spin, so at most you know the mechanics then, okay? Um,
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta also hold into your W when you spin in as an example, because people will turn back all the time, because they want to bait the W out of you. So sometimes you gotta hold into it as an example, right? That's something you should
Yeah.
watch out for. Then it really comes
Yeah.
down like Q, like how do you use Q again? Like you got to know when you hold into the Fury and when do you actually use it. Um, this takes like lots of time to actually like learn it, in my opinion, and how to like manage
Okay.
it. I would say it takes like some time. Um,
Mhm.
and then like the
Uh,
and then like the crit
but
probability.
yeah. Okay, you can watch me do live coaching. I mean live game and see if
Okay,
I'm doing good or not. I think I sent you the money by the way.
okay, I can check it really quick on PayPal. Now there's like one last thing. It's really like the
Mhm.
crit probability you should also watch out for. For
The
example,
what? Sorry? Crit. Okay.
do you know the crit probability trick? So
I
it
actually don't.
So
But I know he crits.
see crits, right? So
But
your crit always increases, right? But that's not even my point. So your crit always
would
increases till 40, right? And
40. Is
up to
that when
40.
his maximum
That's
fury?
maximum. That's maximum fury, right? That's 100 fury, right? Now it progressively increases, but the more you don't crit, the more likely you're gonna crit. That's like one thing to also consider. And so often you're gonna catch yourself in matchups where you're gonna short trade, like Darius, for example. And if, for example, you're last hitting, you have to last hit, you have to trade at the same time, top lane. And when it comes to like last hits, you should also watch out for the minions. So when you don't crit minions for like say like 2-3 times in a row, and you have like a decent amount of fury, the fourth basic attack is very likely to be a crit because it has to do with the increased probability of critting. While also if 3 times it didn't work, then there is a logic as well. The 4 times is more likely to work. Um, so
How do you know this information? Like
it's
how
actually it has a fandom, the crit itself. So Critical Strike itself has a fandom. This is not really like Tryndamere specific on any champion. If you get crit, the less you crit, the more the probability increases to crit. It doesn't remains the same. That's the thing. So it also like increases in the game. But
I see. Okay, so like you go to
you
what is
type
it?
you type you type
League fandom?
you type crit
Fandom?
chance. You type crit chance league fandom or just league fandom and search for crit and you'll see that.
Good chance in the mirror.
So if you didn't crit, as I
And
said,
then
like 2-3 times, you can go for a basic attack if you wanna like basic attack, spin away, and then it's more likely that it's gonna like crit. It won't be 100%, but it's more likely. So at least you have like this cautious decision that I will go in, knowing that this is very likely that this basic attack gonna crit. I spin away, and then I have a better short trade. I
mm,
sent you the link, so in there you can actually like check it yourself.
so I'm on the fandom. Time he kills an enemy after 8 seconds without dealing Tryndamere lose 5 fury per second. Tryndamere generates 5 fury on his basic attacks and 10 fury on critical strikes each. By default.
It's actually here. It's not on Tryndamere's passive. It's here. I sent you the link. In here
You
you
send
can.
me the link? Oh, okay.
So it's not on his passive written on the fandom. It's written on the critical strike explanation.
Ah, okay. Good. Okay, I see.
So exactly where it's written, champions can increase their chances to critically strike and damage. It's there exactly. You can find it.
So all champions start with 0% critical. Cannot be increased beyond 100%, although some effects will benefit. Okay. Critical strike has a gold value of 40 per point. You get gold for strike, critical
No,
strikes.
so it's like the gold value of the crit. It's like the gold value of a longsword is 350. Then the gold value is
Uh,
calculated of the crit itself. So it's like
ah, okay.
it's like a stat checker champ. You have AD from Q, you have crit from passive, so it's usually a stat checker champ, Tryndamere.
Okay, I see. Okay, so yeah, let me share my screen. You can start coaching now.
Alright, let's see what you do.
Okay. Uh, again, where are we? Yeah, so okay, 720. I don't have the nitro thing, but this
We
should
can,
do.
we can, we can be fine if it's 720.
Okay. Let's go to let's find a match.
I feel like it all the
So
time
the
will give you support if you go support second, no? In lower ranks, or how does it go? So
so
pretty
you
much,
said unflinching is shit.
yeah, you go second wind or bomb plating, right? And in harder matchups, you can go also revitalize, the middle one from the last row, and that will allow you to like heal a little bit more and just like survive more smoothly.
So
Um,
wait, so this one is better for like poke champions. Second win and the
yeah,
and
so second wind and revitalize will allow you to like survive more smoothly through pokes. In these days, unflinching is just shit, so you kind of have to go for these, because like poke champs don't evamp slow usually, or like any form of CC, so it's like it's just not gonna like give you any value at most compared to second wind or revitalize.
Okay.
Now in your first pick, you can also like switch with your teammates, so we don't get like insta malfight counter picked or whatnot.
Okay. This guy picked. I'm gonna pick Tryndamere. Now, I usually ban Malphite because
Yeah, you
he
can
kind
ban
of
it. Yeah,
he
it's
fucks
like
Tryndamere.
it's like you can beat him early, but he always outscales you, so it's just one of those shitty matchups.
Yeah.
It's one of those shitty matchups. But usually you don't wanna really like take tenacity runes. You wanna just take HP runes for the early game. Then alacrity doesn't really do all that much. You already have attack speed from lethal tempo and from the items you build, so it's not that big of a deal to be honest. Um, then again, like when it comes to your boots, like your options of boots. You have like berserker greaves, and there are like two other defensive options like plated steel caps, Swifties, or like Merc Threads. Now in these days tenacity is nerfed, so quite often like you have enough attack speed out of Kraken, Phantom, or other like attack speed alternatives like Gwyn's or whatnot. So, or Trinity, right? Some people do go Trinity. So in these days you don't necessarily always go Berserk boots unless you're ahead and you don't need the other type of boots. So that's like
I usually go for Berserker. Like, I don't know, I just
I
get
mean,
more
I
attack
think
speed.
it's good if you're really ahead above your opponent and you don't need the other ones. Uh, but it's like sometimes Mark Threads or Plated Steel Caps pulls you out of shit. Or Swifties just gives you enough mobility to catch up.
Okay. So yeah, I need to learn like when to. Yeah, I think item optimization
Yep.
maybe is my problem. Let me just ban this guy again, and then so unflinching is shit. Uh,
Yeah.
gain 5%. This is like for poke, revitalize, and second
Second wind
wind.
is a little better into poke, that's the truth. So second wind is the most ideal into poke. Then usually instead of
Oh,
alacrity you wanna go like legend tenacity, then you can actually go for
bond plating is good for like against Darius and other
yeah,
tank
so all in
champions, right?
champs. Yeah, you take it against all in champs at most, like set. Into Darius, you can go bomb plating, but I feel like so often you will short trade. It's better second win, because he bleeds on you and it's gonna perma reset second win. So basically, in a short trades, like second win gonna excel. Then you take overgrowth in scaling matchups, and basically you often want to take like flat HP instead of like 10% tenacity and slow resistance. It
So
basically gains HP.
when do you like choose overgrowth or
So
yeah?
basically, overgrowth is just like a thing you take in like free matchups at most. It will help you to deal more damage later on Demolish and Hullbreaker, while also you're gonna get a little more damage on your Q, because it scales with HP.
Against Trundle.
It could be a trend at top lane. In here you can go Ignite and Ghost, to be honest. That both of them help you to actually like defeat Trundle as a matchup, I would say. You can also go like Ghost TP, both are fine options, but for duos, Ghost Ignite would be your best choice. Now, when it comes to your runes, instead of Alacrity, you could also just simply go for Bloodline. So you see Legend Alacrity there.
Bloodline?
Yeah, so
Where
there's like Legend Alacrity. You see Legend Alacrity. On
legend?
the Lethal Tempo tree, you see Legend Alacrity. No, it's not there on the other side. On the other side, you see Alacrity.
Ah, okay.
So
Yeah.
you wanna go for Tenacity or Bloodline in here, you're gonna take Tenacity, because they do have some CC on the enemy team.
I always just choose Alacrity, but
It does not do all that much Alacrity, that's the thing, it just gives you teens a bit of attack speed, but it's kinda useless these days. Then you should take also Bomb Plating over Second Wind into Trundle, you see. And you shouldn't go Demolish, because it's not that easy of a matchup. You should just go, to be honest, just go Revitalize, it helps you a lot to heal. That one, yeah, that one. And just save the runes.
okay. And what about these? Attack speed for
Basically,
sure.
you keep all and just switch tenacity and slow resistance to HP. I would say,
Okay.
and we're gonna get probably like marks this game later on, so that's like our source of tenacity. We don't need it from runes.
So tenacity is shit these days.
The runes got nerfed, some of them, and the 10 percentage tenacity does not do all that much. Legend tenacity also got nerfed, so it's better to get boots, because like there are just items that already give you enough attack speed. That's the thing in these days. Here's the long win streak, the Trundle, I mean. Uh-huh.
This guy's been winning with Trundle. Split pressure.
Been actually winning quite hard. So in here you
It's
wanna
okay.
actually just like take D blade, I would say. You can go for D blade if you know the matchup. If you wanna go safe, you can go D shield as well. It's up to your choice. But I would always go like at most of the matchup you should go Doran's blade.
Doran's
And
blade?
yeah, I would just go Doran's blade really easily. And
Okay.
basically in here your goal is very simple. Early on you don't win all in, so don't try to all in him. You just wanna spin basic attack, spin away, and you should just mainly short trade into him. You don't win an all in level 1, so you should actually watch out on like all in him. Early on you lose all in, still you short trade enough into him, or you're 6 at least, but you can't all in him actually. That's the thing about this matchup. Um, Now the good thing is you have Nunu, it's a hard ganking jungle, so you should actually like wait more than often till he ganks. Just because he actually quite easily like all ins you, so at best like you can out short trade him at best.
Okay.
You can leash this guy because he gets to push the wave in anyways, so basically if you cannot do anything level 1 against Randall, you better be just leashing.
Yeah. He's got TP and flash.
Yeah, you got TP and flash, but you have Ignite, so that's also very useful summoner spell. He doesn't have Ghost, so that's a good thing for you.
Yep. When do I go?
You go now,
To lane?
go now, it's
No.
enough, it's enough.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
so when the wave is
Should have went before.
yeah, no, it's fine. So when the wave is about to clutch, then you wanna walk top, because you get to
I
like
go E or Q
U
first?
E U E U E
E?
E E. Yeah, get the wave, get the minions for now. Oh shit. Okay, just
I
walk away.
got all of them.
You don't have spin, don't auto trade into him, because he's gonna basic Q you. You don't just stack your fury. Basic attack the minions as much as you can. You can actually like, get level 2 and all in him, by the way. Just spin on the wave you get, not now though. So when the minions are low, you can damage him with your spin, and you don't win all-ins, by the way, you win short trades at most. You should ignite if you want all-in. Alright, I
Yep.
guess it worked out.
He's got TP. He's gonna TP.
It should be fine though, because you won it with ignite, you see. I think generally you don't win it, but I think ignite actually pulled you out of shit, yeah. Ignite was the... You also had like some fury, so with like full fury, you can... Oh, you don't win this. You should just... don't force this. This time we don't win anymore.
Did I
You
back?
should step up. You should step up. Don't let him freeze the wave. You should then scare him away a little bit. You can back.
Did I stay or go?
No, no.
Back?
Let it be. Let it be. Just be for now. You just be for now. You can also press Q and stay. We can press Q. Press Q and stay then. Just let him push back the wave and you're gonna last it. But I wouldn't fight him because the enemy jungle is here.
Yeah.
So you know why I didn't recommend you to go for the Talon? Because you had a good crit RNG and that's why you won that. That's the funny thing. Because
Yeah, yeah.
it's a
Like
bit
I realize
it's a bit
his
flippy.
early.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can step up to last hit, but press Q. Just perma press Q when you're not fighting. On Zero Fury, you perma wanna press Q. Um, just let him push and don't fight him at all, because the enemy jungler is very likely here. He's not both
Yeah.
sides, so he's not both sides. So if just like yep, just spin out, spin out. Should be fine though. Should be
Yep.
fine. Just press Q. Just perma press Q when it's.
But that was a good call for predicting the jungler.
Yeah, by the way, generally, you should warn into it if he's not both side, so you can spot him earlier before your HP gets damaged. You should use one potion as well, because you may gonna get dived and press Q all the time. Just let him push, you know. Press Q, by the way, just perma press Q all the time, press Q. If you're not looking to all in, you should always press Q. Because
Yep.
basically, like, you're not gonna use the Fury for anything, you know, just to heal, so then you use it passively. And every time, you know, you stack up your Fury right now, basically just aim to just like heal. Even now you can heal when it's stacked completely, you can heal again. And when you have bomb plating up, you can look to short trade. Soon you have it up. Now note that he did recall before and you didn't, so soon we need to recall. Just basic attack this and spin away and recall.
This one?
Yeah. I would just
Back?
yeah, you just recall here. You cannot be bothered, by the way, for now. You get the...
Should I get Berserker or
No, you get, in this matchup, you get Noon Quiver. The item for Kraken, the item for Kraken. Noon Quiver, it's called.
item for Kraken? This
That one,
one?
yeah, now you walk to lane, you can walk to lane. And now you should be able to win audience if your Fury is stacked. You also have ult soon, so that's good.
Okay.
Wait, the guy
It's
recalled.
pushing to him.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah, it's
recalled apparently. So generally, if it wouldn't recall, you could then push that. By the way, you should move your character forward. Basically, in there,
Yeah.
I would normally push, but it's like you're kind of scared of the enemy jungle at that point, and I thought the guy will just push the wave back because this is silver, but apparently he just like randomly recalled. And the good thing is he brought two
Yeah.
control wards as well, so it's lots of money is wasted there. Just get your Fury. Stack your Fury for now. And just look for level 6 and then you can all in. You can, by the way, basic attack trade into him. You can basic attack trade into him. You can trade, you can all in the guy now. He has no abilities.
Yeah, I'm not scared of him.
Don't be scared at all. Just trade into him. Keep going. Enough. If he gives up his W, we can dive him, but otherwise it's a bit
I can
flippy.
type him, yeah.
Ignite now. W. Oh,
No!
didn't W. Oh, and didn't basic. It's fine.
What the fuck? That was so dumb. Yeah, no. That was so dumb. Oh my god.
Don't worry, the game's not over yet. You just finished now, just rush Kraken. So in melee matchups, you wanna rush Kraken as fast as possible. Let's walk to lane.
Oh.
It's not a big deal, you know, it's something you have to learn how to click, you know, and how to like use W, you know.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, man.
You did something weird, you didn't press W to slow him, then you didn't basic attack and he walked away, so it was just kind of weird.
Yeah, so he got a kill and he's
Yeah.
more CS. I can free this.
You can try to freeze, so you gotta kill some of these minions to hold the wave on your side. Keep killing them. Keep killing the melee ones. Kill the cannon. Kill this and the melee one. Kill the cannon. Kill the cannon and the melee minions. You always wanna kill the melee ones, because the melee ones always go under tower, and they are more likely to be destroyed, right?
Okay, so the...
Yeah, now we should also tab and see what he buyed when he arrives. If he has plated silk caps, you cannot all in him. If he doesn't, then you can like just trade into him. You can basic attack trade into him. Oh, he walks away, I guess. You can hold this. Keep basicing the melee ones. Destroy the melee ones. Melee the melee ones. The melee creeps. Okay. Now you have ghost. You gotta remember you have ghost. So once you have ghost,
Yep.
once you have ult, you can look for something. Don't hold it now, don't hold it. You take too much damage. It's fine if you don't hold it, because he's gonna die. He's gonna be dead anyways to your ghost. Now, I would just like step up and try to like bait. If his W is out, we can look for an all-in.
Yeah.
Just stack Fury. Just walk back and stack Fury. You can take this out, of course, that's fine. You can just like start basic attack trading him into a ghost all-in. Go in, you win this. You can also wait out his art, that's fine. That's also fine if you wanna do that. It's a bit safer, right? But now he's 100% dead because he has no Arin and all-in. We can dive him with Akali. Just push the wave and we dive the guy. You keep pushing.
Okay, I
Spin
can
over the
push
wave.
through.
Spin over the wave.
Yeah, he's recalling.
Ping the Akali to come back and we can dive him. Just ping Akali to dive. Ping the tower and he will know what to do.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, she recall. It's whatever then. The best you can do. No, trade into him. You win this. You win this. Trade into him. Ignite. Go in. Ignite. Go in. Go in. Ignite. Ignite him. Ghost. Everything. Go in. You win this. You go.
Yeah,
You go in there. Yeah, completely. Yeah, war. He
I
doesn't.
will.
It doesn't
Yeah, I
matter.
will. I will.
Doesn't matter.
But
That's the thing. You got a limit test with Tryndamere. You know, like it's like at the beginning it may seem to be a bit inconsistent, but after a time of
yeah.
practicing, you can just pull dives off so easily. It's unreal. You know. Like in there, he gave up his W, he gave up his E. It was free, you know. Like
Okay, I'll try to bait
even
his
now,
abilities. And
I can just
yeah.
straight up dive him with Ghost. To be honest, you don't even need to bait shit. But you can go in, you can spin in. You win those short trades. It doesn't matter what you do there. You win short. Press Q again. Press Q.
Shall I
Go
go
in.
on him or not yet?
Press Q. Push in the wave. Press Q now. Push in the wave. Push in the wave, and then you can dive him.
Okay.
But don't forget to ignite. So you use everything Ghost ignite, right? And
Yep.
hold into your spin if he is you. If he presses the pillar, the ice pillar on you, then you're gonna spin so you can catch up to him. Again, just
Okay.
spin into him and basic attack him. Just short trade into him. Just spin into him and basic him. Just like that. You got his bomb plating, your E is coming back, and now we can dive.
Okay.
Press
That's
Ghost,
good.
Ignite, go in. I forgot to ignite by the way, it's quite important in matchups that heal, but I think you're fine. You know, the point is that
Yeah.
you got it how to dive, you know, it doesn't matter that Lilia ganked you and, you know, you couldn't really get out. The point is that you get how to dive, you know.
Yeah.
The only
Should I get boots?
yeah, you get boots. I think the only bigger misplay was you didn't ignite early, and then it was a bit more fucky because he healed a lot, you know, of his ultimate. But it should be fine because,
Mhm.
like, in some matchups like Randall, Mundo, whatnot, like, you need to ignite insta because they're gonna heal too
Oh,
much if you hold into it, you know? Like, it cuts healing, ignite, it doesn't only deal through damage.
okay. So yeah, I'll note that down. I'll keep in mind that I need to ignite early.
Yeah, into healing champs, you insta ignite, you
Into
know?
healing champs, yeah, insta ignite. Okay.
It's like, yeah, it's like you can insta ignite at most. That's how it goes, you know. Now he don't have R. He actually beats
I
you
don't
right now, so he has a big wave, right? He can actually beat you right now in a 1v1, so you don't have Fury. You don't fight him. You don't fight him now. You can short trade into him with Kraken. So stack up Kraken and spin into him. Spin into him and basic him. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Good. Keep going. Now you have Fury. So basically, it's the most consistent to all in him with Fury, you know, like 40 Fury. That's when I want you to
Yeah.
all in him, because then it's like more consistent, you know.
Yeah, because I
Because
got
before he
high
had the
crit
big wave,
chance.
yeah, before he had the big wave as well, if you remember. So that's why I
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
didn't wanted to force, because then you rely too much on RNG to beat him, you know. Mainly you wanna hit the tower first of all, and then take care of the wave per usual,
Oh,
because you got like a limited amount of like time to actually hit the tower. So sometimes if you invest your basics into the tower, then you can get boots right now, and then your next item should be Guinso's Rage.
Berserker.
Yes, yes, you go
And what
Berserker.
else? What's the
You go
second?
Guinso's Rage Blade. You go Guinso's
Rage Blade?
yeah, Guinso's Rage Blade.
Alright. Okay, he cleared my ward. Nuno still bot. Okay, I've got ultimate, so I can
Yeah, like
try and fuck.
basically into tanks you take Terminus second, I would say, but generally Guinso if they're not like two tank, and Pork is like something I don't really go for these days. I feel like there are just better options, you know. Overall, it's kind of expensive as well. And then here you can just all in him. You, by the way, max your E, don't max your ult on Trinda. You max your E always.
Alright.
You just
Where
push
is
this
this
wave.
guy?
He's at grabs. He's at void grabs right now. You should
Oh,
push the
he's
wave.
good.
Yeah, you should get his tower.
Yeah,
You cannot contest
I'll
the.
push.
Yeah, you cannot contest the roam. You just like push it in and get his tower, and that should equal a kill amount. You know, a wave and a tower usually equals more than a kill amount. You know, you can maybe even get one or two plates. You see the tower, hit the tower all the time. You maybe get
Okay.
even a plate in here if you're lucky.
Let's keep it Lilia.
She may has her, so you don't wanna fight her under tower, but outside of it you can fight her. You got an igniter. Ignite spin. Ignite spin. Ah, you are too much into your spin. Ah, now we're not in range. Yeah. So you thought
That was bad.
you know when you were in range with your spin, that's when you should ban spin. Then you can like I mean you could ban ghost as well, you had ghost up as well, but you don't have to give up ghost, you
Ah,
know. So it was just like
ah,
hey, don't worry about that. You don't have to give up ghost there. You just like basically ignite E when she was in range and she dies, you know. That's it, you know. That's just simple like that. By the way, go Gwyn, so this isn't built into Gwyn, so this is work.
what shall I do?
Just type Gwyn so's Rage Blade.
Razor blade.
Gwyn so's, yeah, that one.
I thought I'm getting the.
No, that's Bork. It builds into Bork. You wanna get Rage Blade?
All right, razor blade it is. This fucker just keeps pushing. I have ghost. I can try and fuck him. Okay, he ran away.
Just get the wave, try to get this tower. He probably recalls. If he doesn't have TP now, we can get this tower.
All right.
Deep ward is quite nice. Um, at this point, you finish this Rabon as the Trundle.
Did I push right?
Yeah, you push it in. You push this in, and
Okay. He's gonna be here,
yeah, you still
or I can.
basic the tower as much as you can, then spin out. Um, remember he used W, he used R. You can ghost on him as soon as possible. You can go in. You can go. You win this. You win this. Go in. Spin in. Spin in. Go in. You win this. Don't worry. Ghost. Press ghost. You should want ghoster. Go in. You still win this. Go in. You win this. Ghost. Ghost. Press ghost. Keep going. Or.
I
Oh.
pressed R, man. I pressed R. Okay, but I know what you're trying to teach me here.
Yeah.
Like, just go aggressive on him. I know, but I pressed R, man. Like, I know what to do. But fuck it,
You can
man.
press it a little earlier, you know. Like in this situation, it doesn't matter if you press it a bit earlier, you know. Normally, you need to learn how to hold as much as possible into your ult. But in this situation, it's fine if you press it a bit earlier, because you're gonna be dead anyways in 2 seconds, you know. So
Yeah.
in these close
Yeah.
situations where you feel like you're gonna mess up your R, you can just R a bit earlier, because in here it didn't matter, you know, if you get maximum value out of your R or not, because basically it kind of sucks if it takes like a tier 2 tower, you know, with the wave, because it's like over 800 gold, you know, over 1000 actually with the kill. So I just kind of like, I don't want to like disappoint you, I just want to like put it in a good perspective for you, like how much it sucks to like do mistakes into a split pushing champ like Randall, you know, because he eats your
Yeah,
towers in no time.
he's just split pushing.
So it's just like that, you know, like he just eats your towers in no time. So I know that I kind
Yeah,
of like
holy.
force you in here to like go for dives, go for plays, but you gotta really like push your limits with Tryndamere. It just really doesn't work that way that you all the time play passively, cause
Yeah. I
you
can get
know,
his tower and then
yeah,
fight him.
yeah.
What the hell?
You should spin out downwards. You can downward spin through the wall. You can also fist him.
I can ignite him?
I feel
Nah,
like if you
fuck.
ignited at the beginning, you would maybe kill him, but it's a flippy fight, you know. I feel like it's just a flippy fight. Um,
Shall I get
yeah, you get
longsword
longsword.
or?
You always get longsword. Um, you know, just small micro mistakes happens here and there. Sometimes you miss the basics, sometimes you didn't tower. That's like very easy to correct. You know, it's very easy to correct. I mean, um, like these are very
Yeah,
visible mistakes that you can.
yeah, I'm not doing well. I mean, CS wise is alright, but of course he's got
Like
more kills.
it's normally the matchup you just stomp. It's just like you got unlucky with some things here and there, you know.
Hopefully they get him. Come
Uh,
on. Nice.
yeah, it's good. Basically your
Shall I
goal
go?
is you go bot, by the way, don't go top. If they cover your wave, you should cover their wave, you know, but now it's whatever, because they recall for bot lane. So usually when they switch lanes and they get your wave, then you should get the bot wave. Um, at this point, you don't want to fight Randall anymore till you get Guinsoo's Rage Blade, then we can fight him. Um,
Yeah.
just pay attention a
Shall
little
I
bit.
level up to W
Yeah,
or
W,
R?
never max R, you always max W, it doesn't give anything your ultimate. Except some Fury, which is kind of useless. So right, if Randall shows up, you walk away from him, you cannot fight him anymore. You wanna fight him
Oh, I
on
see Lily. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, she's coming.
you can recall, you can press B, to be honest. But basically, just check how much do you need for Guinsoo. We don't have it yet, right? We don't have it, soon we have it, So at Guinsoo we can fight him before, not really, you should go bot lane and we can try to maybe get picks on the enemy team, we have Ghost. So every time we have Ghost, you can roam, without it, it's not really worth, So it's you only gonna roam with Ghost at most, if you wanna play for team.
I missed the cannon.
Just going, spinning. Ghost, press Ghost and hit him, yeah, keep hitting. Spin, spin, spin. Or, good, keep going, keep basicing. Spin, spin, basic. Run away maybe. It's not even possible to run away from her. Someone needs to dive
Okay.
your top lane. Your Swain will be alive soon. Now we have Gwyn, so we can actually fight Randall. Nabori, your next item is Nabori's Rage Blade. Nabori's Quick Blades.
Rage.
Quick Blades, Nabori's
I
Quick
got
Blades.
Rage Blade.
Yeah, Nabori's Quick Blades, Nabori's Quick Blades, I meant.
Blade of the Wind?
No, Nabori, Quick Blades, Nabori. The first item there. The 3 dagger item. That
Oh,
one.
Navari, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I got
You
the
can get a crit
vampire.
component. You can get a crit component at this point. I feel like it's a bit better than a longsword in the later parts of the game. But early on, you wanna go cloak. The cloak, that's the crit part, the 15% crit. We can just spin and keep going.
Okay.
So that's the good item on you. It allows you to reset spin. Now you gotta wait for like R to be up, then we can fight Randall again. Check his items.
Okay.
So he's top side, right? So someone needs to cover top lane. Just ping your team to cover. You're supposed to win this all in, but you missed a bit on your slow though, so I wouldn't force if you. Yeah, so it's kind of a just walk away. No, you don't win this. So if you miss your slow, you cannot kill her anymore. That's how it goes. So she has to turn back, and
Yeah.
then you slow her. So that's how most of the AD carry function. If you don't slow, you don't kill.
This motherfucker, man. What the hell? It just keeps pushing?
Yeah, you can do that. It's a Randall.
What the hell, man? Okay.
You can go in on the guy.
I am.
Rescue maybe. You can just walk away. Press Q again. I will just press Q and walk away. Just get the mid wave. For now we're a bit behind to fight, so at most we'll just like try to scale into the game.
Oh my god. Akali, please. Yeah, I think we lost, man. But I can tell I made so many mistakes.
The important thing is the educative part, out of this. So actually, as a beginner, I was in the same, shoe. I didn't R in time. I died. I missed the basic attack. I
Yeah.
died. I mean, it just happens to everyone at the beginning. There's like some very little things you can work on, cause it's just like exactly what Randall did. The same thing you could do to his base, as Tryndamere. Once you get some practice.
Yep. Top.
And this setup is probably a bit different for you as well, because you don't
Yeah,
usually play Ignite Ghost, so with Ignite Ghost your all-in
yeah,
is better, you know, it's good into healing champs like Randall, you know. Um,
yeah.
that's what it allows you to do, you know, just like basically, I mean basically just like all-in prepared into healing champs with this setup. It's way easier to dive as well champions, you know, like
I'll practice on that. Yeah, I just need to play more.
you can keep picking up
Yeah,
those
man.
waves.
They're just dying, man. Yeah, I need to back.
Yeah, it's fine if you back. Looks like the game's kinda over. You can recall for your team.
Ah,
Yeah, you
he's
can.
22 and 2. He's a Smurf, right?
It could be. It could be.
Yeah. Holy shit.
You can just press yes on that surrender, cause this game just drags out a little bit more and more. So you can go back to a
Yeah, shit.
replay as well and look at the times you died, and you can just like visually see like what could have been different, you know. Um,
Alright, let's do that. Yeah,
Basically,
let's do
it
that.
just comes down to like your confidence to all in, to dive people, and that's something you cannot skip, you know. So I know that, you know, comfort and growth doesn't always comes along. That's why I tell you to dive. That's why I tell you to all in, because like one of the most important things are to know on Tryndamere is your ghost all ins, you know, because that's when you're gonna get kills after you destroy his tower, you know, and that's something you gotta exactly know in this matchup. I can ghost in, I can consistently get the kill, you know, so that's something you have to limit test on your own to get the feel of it, you know. You can click on your match history. Just click on your match history, and that's where you can see
Yeah.
your replays. Click on your match history, that one, and click on the replay icon, that one.
Fun.
Yeah, that one.
Alright, do that. Yeah, so this yeah, I'm not used to like or actually like knowing when to dive the guy.
Yeah, it's basically something. So you gotta push your limits. That's like a get out of comfort zone type of thing. You know what I'm doing here. You know, um, that's pushing your limits in the matchup. You know.
Yeah. So far like in the beginning I'm doing alright
You're
with
doing alright, you
CSing
know.
and
You could then probably like basic attack trade when he uses his Q on the minions, cause then he cannot actually like basic Q you. He doesn't have an ability, you know. Those are the best like basic attack trade windows.
like yeah, this was good, right?
This was a bit coin flip because it was crit dependent, you know. Because it was one basic off, you know. So it's a
I
risk you
kind of
can
got
take.
lucky.
You know, if you
Yeah.
wanna risk it, you can take it. Uh, Up to you. How do you wanna like, what kind of playstyle you wanna have? But it wasn't very consistent. My other problem was you didn't ignite at the beginning. You ignited at the end, which didn't do too much. If you noticed, you know, like your ignite didn't barely tick. Look, it barely ticked your ignite. Like Trundle heals only a little bit with his D blade and W. But you still
So I
should
should have
ignite
ignited
now.
now.
Now, yeah, now you ignite, because like your ignite didn't do almost nothing, you know. So
Yeah, so I got the kind of lucky, so I should have
yeah,
ignited before.
like if you ignited, you didn't rely on like one extra crit RNG, you know. That's the thing. So it's a bit more consistent. Because you ignited him at like 10 HP or something, I think. That's why borderline
Yeah,
didn't do
yeah.
anything. Um,
So so let's go to a replay where okay, here is fine, like it's pushing back and then I just CS normally.
yeah.
And then
Now in here you could
so
push it.
here
So here you could mind
you
game
need
it as well.
to
Yeah.
like tell me about the wave management.
So
So
look, in here you have two options. You recall, because like easily the enemy Lilia could be around you. That's one of the options, you know. Or you can also just push the wave out, because the wave will be in a bad spot. I would just be a bit more greedy and hold into my spin in here and push the wave out, because there is a possibility Tranda recalls. Because if you check his gold, he actually has some money to buy items, which will
mhm.
just mean that you'll be able to like have a better wave state. So in here I would just greed, because if you hold into spin, then Leah cannot gank you, you know. Unless like somehow Trundle cancels your E with his E, but That's not very likely gonna happen in silver. It's just like your safest guess was to recall, but I would say in these ranks it's not very likely you're gonna cancel your E with easy, because even in higher ranks that's like, I would say like maybe like 1 out of 10 times that will happen. So probably in here it's just like the best if you just shoved out that wave, for a better wave state.
So here, right? I should
Yeah.
have pushed this out.
Yeah, because like you could also like mind game
Okay.
it out. Like you
So
just showed that you're recalling, and then you turn back when your opponent recalled, and then you push it in. So that's something you could also then do. Uh, I feel like.
okay. Yeah.
So that
So
would be a
yeah,
bit better,
here.
yeah. Because now it,
So I came back,
yeah. Because now it freezes a little on his side. That's the problem.
and here, like when I get 6, I can just dive the guy.
You can if he gives up
So
his. Now you can fight him, right? Because he gave up his. Look what he does. He gave up his Q. He gave up his W. He gave up his E. So click on Trundle and look at his cooldowns. Click on the champion Trundle. Click on the champion. His W was on
yeah,
cooldown. His E was on cooldown. His Q is coming, but his Q was on cooldown as well a few seconds ago, right? He has no aura yet. He's level. He's level. He's low level yet. So
so I
basic.
need to Chandra's attack briefly slows,
Yeah.
and then so he doesn't get heal from this, or where does he get heal?
It's his passive.
When
It's basically his passive, it's his W, Amplify Seeding and Deblade. So those are the healing tools, and his ult heals him a lot. His ult is the thing that heals him a lot. That's why we need Ignite.
so W. That's when you need to like watch out when he has his W, right?
Yeah, it gives attack speed, it gives speed, but you should watch out about his ult as well, because look at his ult removes your resistances, and it also like heals him a lot, so that's concerning as well.
Sorry, can you repeat that again?
So move your mouse on his R and you'll be able to see how much he heals on his ultimate. Um, which
Drains the life force of enemy, dealing 20% max health damage, and seeing 40% armor magic. Okay, damn, okay. So yeah, when his R. Okay,
so his R heals a
I
lot,
see.
right? And so in there you spinned in. I told you earlier to spin in before he had Q, but this is also fine because he had no W, right? And so you want to short trade into an all in, and he still had cooldown on his E, right? Because it's a very long cooldown ability, like 24 seconds. And in here you should
Yeah.
ban ignite. In here you already should ban ignite. You did. Maybe a bit earlier. In here you didn't basic for attack for some random reason. You see. um.
Here, what the hell happened?
So you ignite. It's
So
good.
I ignited him. You told me ignite earlier. Okay,
It was
I hit
fine.
him, and then I eat,
Oh, you
and
misclicked.
then what the hell happened?
Oh, you didn't misclick. You
I
didn't
missed
basic.
an auto.
Yeah, you didn't basic. You didn't even misclick. You just didn't basic. Um. Yeah, you just missed an auto attack there. By the way, what you can
I
do,
missed an auto attack.
it's like a cool little trick you can do. So when you're spinning, you should already click on your opponent when you're spinning in the spin animation. That will help you to like just basic attack your opponent after. So when you're in the spin animation, you should already.
Though I should just click on him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just won't click.
I think I just pressed. A-
I think you clicked away there. That was the problem. You clicked outwards, I think, already. Maybe you thought the spin gonna kill him and you already wanna walk out. I'm not sure. And you didn't W. That was one of the problems, right?
Oh yeah, I didn't W. Right. Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah,
That's cool. Let's go to maybe the second death or something.
you can go
Uh,
really quick. You can just look at the second that as well. Basic him, we got his bomb plating, right?
yeah. So here you told me not to freeze because I'm getting so much
You
damage.
can all in him
Yeah.
anyways with ghosts, so you don't need to freeze.
Yeah. So here, like, I could have pressed Q, right, to heal.
Yes, every time you're not in combat and you don't need fury, or you can restack later fury, you
Yeah.
can just heal. So as much as possible, you want
Yeah.
to heal with that button, especially if you have access to minions anyways to regain your fury. Um,
Mm.
Then in here, every
That makes
time,
sense.
watch out when he uses his Q on a minion, and then that's when you can trade. Because he has no damage from his abilities, if you noticed. The only damaging ability he has from his base abilities is his Q, actually. He has nothing else that does damage. His Q is the only damaging ability, if you noticed. And so that's what you wanna punish, because this guy, so many times he just randomly clicked on a minion with his Q, to the point where he could then actually like trade into him, all in him, And that's, I think, like, look how many times he bites into a minion when he Qs. That's his Q. Now in here,
Where's his Q?
when he bites into a minion, even now he bited into one.
He Q'd me here. Then I spent away.
Yeah, in here it's fine if you don't wanna fight into his art. It's also fine if you spin out, if you have spin up, right? And then you can fight him again.
Oh, so he pressed R.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that was his art.
okay, and then he pressed R. So he becomes a little bit bigger, and you can see like
Yeah,
his
he
this
sucks the
he's
life force
stealing
out of
life
you.
force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he has no R, you gotta remember, and then it's an easy all, right? And now he has to give up his W or his E, or both preferably, and then it's an easy dive. This guy tends to give both of them up non-stop. Um, right?
Yeah.
And look at this opportunity
Uh,
again. So you got an opportunity again, but in here I think you ignited too late. I think this was the situation where you ignited a bit late. Yeah, I think this was the where
yeah, I got outplayed again. Yeah, he told me like I can just go in,
just ghost ignite. Yeah,
but like you can see he has a cannon minion. Like I can get damaged.
it doesn't matter.
But still, you would recommend you
It
still
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter, right? I could
For
have
5 seconds, you're invulnerable in your
because
own
like
deck.
I do good damage as
Yeah,
well.
the cannon is not scary at all, actually. Like, you also heal on your Q a lot.
Yeah,
Like, it actually doesn't matter second.
like here I should have Q.
I mean, here's the thing:
Should have healed.
if you can ignore the tower with your R, you can ignore a cannon as well. um, yeah, you can
Yeah,
heal. So every time, like in here, you're gonna regain your fury anyways of the minions, so you can Q, as early as possible. So as early as possible, you
yeah,
should
yeah.
Q.
So that's what I need to do. Just try
The
to
only time,
Q as
yeah,
well.
the only time
Because
you
look,
really
I'm
need,
getting fear.
yeah, yeah, you stack it up anyways, right?
Yeah,
And in here, like as much as possible, you should spin in and basic attack him. Because like he doesn't
like
push it.
here, right?
Yeah, like all the time, all the
Yeah,
time.
he's not doing shit.
He's too behind. He's
Yeah,
too
so
low.
try to be aggressive.
Yeah, especially with the big wave behind
And
you. You
then
can't push
here,
it.
Yeah,
So in here you were
yeah.
like oh, look back. You weren't basic attacking him. You were in front of him, but you didn't basic him for like 3 seconds or 2 seconds actually. Watch. Look at the beginning. You didn't ignite in time, but you did some random thing. I think you walked in front of him, but you didn't basic attack him for like 2 seconds, which matter a lot because your all lasts like 5 seconds. So within them you gotta be using those seconds.
Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
You were actually like for
Doesn't seem like I missed.
for
Doesn't
one.
seem like I missed an auto.
I think only like for no, you were walking in front of him for like 1 second. I think at the beginning that was the problem. You didn't like insta go in.
Oh, here, right?
Yeah, you were like randomly
Here.
walking a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got the kill. It's
So
super
here I
easy.
should have just went all in. Yeah, here I should
You
have just went all in.
you hesitated a
And they
bit.
ignite early.
Yeah, you hesitated a bit, and that messed you up a bit. Yeah, like
Yeah, 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 I can tell I hesitated for a bit.
now the
Yeah,
chances are low, that you're gonna escape here from Lilia anyways. But the point is that
yeah,
you could possibly escape another jungler, not Lilia with Ghost, but it just really comes down to that you get the kill and the lots of minions die under his tower, so that's worth for you, to go for those type of kills per usual. Now in there you got a bit unlucky because Lilia appeared to pick you up, but not many junglers can catch you
yep.
all the time when you have Ghost. So some junglers you're just gonna outrun and they cannot catch you possibly. So it's about that as well that you could escape. Um,
Yeah, Lilia has this move
I
speed
mean,
shit.
I gotta say maybe there is a word you would escape Lilia if you played it out a bit better, but not likely. Not likely. Um, and in here you have
Likely.
Kraken. In here you have Kraken. He doesn't have shit. Once you stack up your Fury, you can all in him. You stack up Kraken as well, of course, of the minions, and this is a free all in, because he cannot do shit. He has no Kraken, he has no nothing on him, so
So that was good here what I did.
yeah,
Like I
that was
just
good,
thought,
yeah. You stack up Fury, you stack up 2 Kraken stacks, 2 all in, and that's good, you know, that's good. And in here, I think,
uh,
did you not dive correctly here? I'm not sure what happened. Or did Lilia show up,
I
or...
think. Oh no, this is the same
Oh,
scene.
same,
Yeah,
oh,
this is
same,
where I fucked up.
same fight.
Okay.
You can also turn on target champions only, so you don't click on towers or minions, you know. Um, if you feel like you need it. Um, just in between the options, you know.
So here I think I killed him. Yeah.
Yep. In here you had a good kill.
I stacked up Fury. Yep.
Yeah.
And then and then yeah, he used his Q on a minion. So
I wouldn't even matter to be honest all that much, but that's something to watch out for, right?
yeah. So he didn't have shit.
It would be anyways a kill, but it's fine. It wasn't really like
Yeah.
dependent
So
on that.
here.
It matters a bit more early on when you're even with him, for him to like Q a minion, you know.
Yeah.
That's something you didn't punish enough with your basics. When he was queuing a minion, you know, because then he has nothing to damage you beside his basics. And in here I would just
Yeah. I mean.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we got at most like what you should
So
do in the laning phase. At most we got like what to do in the laning phase. Because that's what you should like focus on every time as Tryndamere. Because in here, let's say you hypothetically maximize out your laning phase, you already destroyed like 2 top lane towers, and you're ahead with your items, right? And then basically you're carrying the
yeah.
game. So like you should always like look into, and looking at your replays, you always look at the early game. There's like a lot of emphasis on doing well in the early game, and then you can actually like be ahead enough to the point where you can like beat anyone in the enemy team, or maybe even 1v2. But till then you gotta like learn how to play super well, you know.
Okay,
And,
here
and
she
t-
survived.
yeah, and then as I
And here
said, like,
Lily looking for me.
and in here, yeah, in here you remember the play. I think you didn't spin in for some random reason, and then basically it shouldn't die. I think you missed the slow, but it's not a big deal. You ignite.
I didn't R,
You
yeah.
didn't spin. You didn't
Or?
spin.
No, I did.
So you didn't spin in
Yeah, but
time
it
there.
was on cooldown. It
Look,
was on cooldown.
no, no, look back. There was a gap where you could actually spin on her. Look,
Alright, let's
just look
see.
at your E cooldown. Look at your E cooldown. Not now. Look, keep looking at your E cooldown. Uh,
My cooldown?
yeah, your
Yeah,
E
4
cooldown.
seconds.
So,
So I
and
had one chance.
look there.
Oh, I altered the tower.
Yeah, yeah,
That slowed me.
yeah. It's whatever. But look back there. You know, just look at your E cooldown when you could spin on her. Just click on your champion and look at your E cooldown.
Okay.
It's on cooldown. You ignite. It resets, right? And now you could spin. You could already spin there, you know, and basic her.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah,
don't
so
even
here
need
I
to see the spin. You just basic her, you know. There, that's the thing. It's not even about hitting the spin. Worst case scenario, you just like basic attack her, you know. And
yeah. So, but this is what my problem is. Like, I hesitate to auto attack, or I make a mistake by auto attacking random shit, tower minion.
you can
But
turn
I
on
should
target
focus on
champions only, so you don't misclick, you know. You can even press it on a toggleable button, so you don't misclick randomly.
I think I have this option, but I never like played with it. I'm not used to this auto attack on champion.
But it doesn't work
But
like A2.
we can go on the practice tool and show me how to do it.
Look, I can show it really quick on my screen. So, look, I can share my screen. These are the options you need to turn on. You can also put it
Okay.
on a
So
toggleable
again,
button.
here why we lost because this guy kept pushing. Oh, are you sharing your
Yeah,
screen?
so you got a lot of value because he killed you, or you were actually like in the base or something, right? So then he got like a lots of towers. He got some kills of you, and basically that's how he got ahead, you know. But in here, look,
Yeah.
um,
Don't know what's your stream.
you know, training, practice tool, and Tryndamere can go whatever, like little tempo rune in
Yeah.
here, it doesn't really matter now, and you can just go to your settings. There is an option called target champions only, super useful option.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, you can show me, and then I'll go to practice too, and then you can show it to me.
Okay, I'm in practice tools. Can get some items as well, but they are not a necessity. And you said you sometimes randomly click on a champion. Sometimes it's in a awkward spot, and in here you could click on the enemy tower instead of the enemy champion, right? You're very
Yep.
prone to misclick, as you can see, right? Now in here you have two options. You move your camera, so it's easier to last hit it, right?
Okay.
It's easier to hit the guy. Or B scenario, you can also turn on target champions only, right? Game,
Yeah.
3 target champions only, right? You can also add
Okay.
it on a hotkey, right? You can add it to a hotkey in here.
Okay.
And basically how this works, this will force your champion at most to click on the, is it on? It is on. So this option is supposed to like work in a certain way that it primarily targets champions over towers, your mouse, but this is kind of bugged because on occasion it will, but on occasion it won't. That's the weird thing. So it won't always work, that's the problem with it. It's not very consistent in my experience. Now it will be also useful in like in between minion all-ins. Like let's say you're all-inning someone in between minions, then it will be a bit more useful. Because look, in here it will primarily target the enemy champion, but you still could misclick. So this option is a bit buggy in my experience. It should actually work, but it's not all the time working for some random reason. So I would recommend this to people, but it's bugged, like it doesn't always work for some random reason. Maybe because like the
Okay, so
dummy, it's bugged on the dummy. I can try it on Mundo. Yeah, on Mundo it works, so it's a bit bugged on the dummy. It's a bit bugged on the dummy, but on Mundo it works. So it primarily will target the champion, but in practice tool it seems to be a bit bugged. So that's something you can turn on in all-ins. I just want more minions to be on this Mundo.
okay.
And even in here, I cannot click the tower, I can click Mundo. In here I cannot click the tower obviously because it's deactivated, but if I pull the minions on me, oh no, it's actually still bugged, what? So normally this should
Very-
work, it's bugged. It's still bugged, Riot didn't fix it. So from my experience, this sometimes works, this sometimes doesn't, but you still can have it on, you know. But it's a bit
Yeah.
inconsistent in my experience. Maybe attack
Okay.
move on cursor bugs it, I'm not sure. Let me see if that's the issue. No, it's not. That's not the issue. It's not attack
Yeah.
move on. So I would like
Put
tell people to go
dummy
for
to
it.
put the dummy to the right of the tower, maybe. Right?
It doesn't. It's just bugged. Like it's supposed to work. It doesn't matter. Cause like look, it doesn't like primary even over minions. I can like misclick on a minion. You see?
Yeah.
It misclicks on a
Yeah.
minion. Normally this should work, but it's bugged that forever didn't. Oh wait, it wasn't turned on. What? But it's still bugged, you know, like it forever wasn't fixed. So see, I'm misclicking on the tower, you know, like you could misclick
Yeah.
on the tower even if it primarily targets champions. It's just bugged. Um, this was something I would
Yeah.
recommend, but
I'll,
it's
I'll explore that option.
but it's
I'm
really just
still
move your camera, you know, and you can click easily. Just move your
Yeah.
camera, so you don't randomly misclick. But when it comes to minions, um, basically you gotta learn some mouse precision, you know, in between minions, which is you can be very consistent with it once you can also like do this in practice too if you feel like. You can pull thousands of minions on you, up to your choice basically, and you can just like practice last hitting in between like minions, or not last hitting only, I mean just basicing champions, and you can just like practice
Yeah.
it and move in between your autos, of course.
Only problem is they don't move, but yeah, if there was an option where the dummy moves, that would be
So that makes it even harder, right? If the champion
Yeah.
moves, but you can also like
Yeah,
practice
yeah.
it with like non-moving dummies, because even this may
Yeah.
be a bit challenging for newer Tryndamere players. Again, like in here they don't move, but you could still misclick if the minions are moving around, perhaps. But you can also try it on the
That-
enemy Mundo, you know, in between his
Yeah.
wave. On occasion, some wave will be pulled on him, but again, this is kind of random because the Mundo could walk away as well. That's the problem.
All right. Cool. Nice tips. Uh,
Yeah, so yeah, I see my mistakes. Now the thing is like, how much time do we have left?
I can check the timer right now. Oh, actually, 1 hour passed. 1 hour
It's
already
been one
passed.
hour.
Yeah, 1 hour already passed in here.
Alright, cool. Uh, that's fine. I mean, I appreciate it. There's maybe you can just give me like a final, like
Wrap up. So, okay.
write up my stupid mistakes. What can I do better? Like you've seen my game now recently.
Yeah, so look,
Uh,
I'm gonna type them down really quick in your DMs. The general rune choices you already got. Do I have to type them down or you already know them?
Strong plating and all matchups. Info. One demolish and matchups. There you go. Great. Okay. And hard matchups. Okay.
Aim to get Kraken into Guinso into Nabori. Okay. Yeah, no, first item is Kraken. Guinso
So
Nabori.
Phantom is second against range matchups in my experience. Soon Stridebreaker will come out, so in the future you can go also like basically you can also go Kraken into Stridebreaker, which very soon will come out, but that will be maybe in like a week or few days, depends when the new batch comes out. But then Stridebreaker is again buildable on Tryndamere, so basically you'll be able to go Kraken into Stridebreaker, and then you don't go for more than often you don't go for Guinso or either Phantom, because that's your like good item of choice then. But for now, it's just like that. You know that for now we go for this build. Alternative like Navori third usually. There are exceptions when you're gonna get Hellbreaker second if you're or third ideally because it scales. It's more so for scaling item, mainly for side laning purposes. So if you don't necessarily rely on getting the spin reset to just kill your opponent in one ghost, and you want to have more pushing power, or you can just ignore your opponent because it's a tank and it's like super behind, and you can just ignore your opponent and get his tower. Then you can do that more easily with, of course, with the item called Hullbreaker. Well, it also empowers a minion, so a tank like one can just clear it so easily, right? So that's your side laning choice. Um, now
Okay, so Hullbreaker if I am behind.
no, no, if you're ahead, so that's an item you mainly want to get if you're ahead, and if you're
If I
side
am
lane,
ahead,
yeah,
okay. Okay,
mainly
that makes sense because you're just gonna push into their base.
mainly if you're against tanks, where you just want to focus their towers and you want to ignore the enemy tank, you know. Or B scenario, you don't necessarily rely on a Navori reset to kill the enemy champion, because you can already kill him with like EW or Ghost at max, and then you can actually
Mhm.
greed for Navori for way more pushing power. In low widow it's like super broken Hellbreaker because you can destroy towers in no time. People won't rotate to it as fast as possible. It's cheaper than Navori, right? It's still very useful on Tryndamere because you're gonna have a lot of attack speed and it has an on-hit effect, right? So that's also great to have these days. Now what else is there? Then generally speaking, after that you can go Terminus into tanks, of course. That's usually better. I know you need to stack it up, but you can stack it up of minions as well and then go in. That's usually your anti-tank choice. Um, Now what else would you go beside of that? Just generic Tryndamere items depending on the matchup. Wits and their CC heavy AP teams.
Let's end. Okay.
So
Can
Wits
go
End is
through as
also
well.
a okay option, you know, to go for. Definitely, it's fine to go for it. What else is there? Trinity Force is something on my mind, but it's quite
When do I
expensive.
get armor penetration? Like when do I...
Mainly against tanks, but it depends on the tank as well. Because into Malphite, you can get any amount of armor pen, you still cannot beat him, as an example. So it really depends. Like if your opponent goes for things like Randuin's and Frozen Heart, you cannot beat him even with armor pen. So what you want to do is just build into the enemy team. Then it depends. Like usually don't build pen. Mostly build it as a fourth or fifth item, but usually don't build pen on Tryndamere because you have like way better items and you don't want to focus tanks usually, that's why you build Hullbreaker, because you push in a wave, the cannon wave, they cannot kill the cannon, and then you can just hit the tower, because you got to remember tanks usually itemize into like defensive stats, and then you can just like
Mhm.
wrap around the tower and just ignore him and destroy his tower in no time, that's how it usually goes. um
That makes sense. So like if someone just
yeah,
builds
yeah, I mean,
Frozen Heart and are just full armor, I should try and ignore him and try to
yeah,
push.
it's kind of like that. Or like the thing with Hullbreaker is that it's better into the enemy team usually than into a tank as well, to fight. So because
Okay.
it gives you mobility, gives you lots of damage, HP, right? So it's like you're
Yeah.
basically like your useful item into like split pushes, roams, whatnot. Because it provides mobility as well, right? Um, from the other hand, for split pushing purposes, you could also even so use a Essence Reaver or a Trinity Force if you're ahead, but those are the type of items I would say you can go Essence if you're really ahead. It allows you to push towers non-stop, but usually you kind of like want to itemize first of all into like items that allow you to dive and destroy towers really quickly. Even so, like Essence got buffed, it's still quite shit of an item on Trinda. Maybe next patch it will be more viable, because next patch a little bit the Tryndamere builds will switch, because Stridebreaker will come in as well, of course. So for now we're gonna build like this, but next patch I would say just go Kraken into Stridebreaker at most.
Kraken
Into Stridebreaker.
into Hullbreaker.
No, it's Stridebreaker at most. So that
Oh, that's
that's
okay.
like
Wait,
basically your core build at most. There are
right breaker.
yeah.
Wait, can I just read it for a while? So what does it do? It's like it gives. It's like it's an attack that spins and does damage, right?
No, Stridebreaker, the item.
Yeah, Stride Breaker.
So next patch, so not this patch. This patch is different. Next patch it will give you AoE damage and the
Uh,
Tiamat like wave clear. So it's a Tiamat item next patch. It gives you wave clear on basic attacks and on activatable, and it gives you a good slow and a speed up, right? Which is like super broken into matchups like Queen, Teemo. Like they can't even escape you. So that's like your very useful item in most of the Riven. Super annoying. She gets to disengage with so many dashes, but now we have Stridebreaker, of course. So that will be like
mm.
score like so many times to go for it. Um,
You know, if I'm against Timo, like what's the first build that I should do?
Uh, basically, like against him, it's quite easy. If he basic attacks a minion and there is a poison on top of it, you can already like spin in and just look for trades. Because he doesn't have his blind level one.
Yeah,
If he
but if it's not stupid, like
so it
starting item would be Doran Shield, right?
Doran Shield, yeah,
Because
you go for it.
it's gonna fuck me.
So the matchup is way easier with Doran Shield. The matchup is not hard. If you rush Berserk Reaves, if you hit your W on him, you can already all in the guy. You can look maybe for a
Yeah.
ghost if he's deep enough in lane. He's very vulnerable to jungle ganks as well, of course. And Teemo is not that hard. It just I feel like Tryndamere players are not playing it well enough. Because if he blinds you, for example, without you dashing in, you could walk
Yeah.
towards him, spin in around the end of the blind, and then you can all in him. Because Teemo's all in is very shit, and basically he's good at short trading, but if you can connect
Yeah.
a W on him, like first of all try to hit W. If you can hit that,
Mhm.
then you can like all in him. If you don't try it, but you can also spin in
Okay.
and guess whenever he's gonna turn back, and then you can look for a
Okay.
slow. That's also fine if you wanna do that.
Mhm.
But generally it's actually like quite easy. Like I look at the internet, I can show you like really quick, in the like Tryndamere versus Teemo, but this is a super easy matchup. This was posted 1 year ago, but the matchup is at most like very similar.
Yeah, no, this guy fogged. Yeah, he's
So
very
in
good
here,
Tryndamere.
so in here you can see like his spin punishes, he punishes Timo as much as he all-ins him. Look, this is a level 1 all-in, that you saw. Basically, this will
Mm.
allow you to like just, like you actually shouldn't struggle too much into this pick, You can get Oracle as well to destroy his mushrooms after he gets level 6, but this is the matchup he's spinning, you all in him. Like, this is not really a matchup where you should struggle in. He walks forwards when he's blinded, because there's no reason to basic attack him if you're blinded, so you walk forwards, you don't like basic for no reason
Yeah,
to gain
yeah.
space. And then it's awkward because he has Q, so when he has Q, you don't want to spin in like that as he did, of course, but he got his Ignite at least. So when he has Q, you gotta play more safely because you don't have W level 1, you don't have Q. So if he Qs you, you
Mhm.
cannot basic him, right? So that's something you should also
Yeah.
watch out for. But basically, it's not a hard matchup. After level 6, you can ghost him down as well. I mean, in here, I'm gonna skip forward the things a bit. He has 0 kills yet, but at 6, you will see like he's very vulnerable to ganks, as I said. Timo just dies to junglers in no time. He's squishy. He has no good escape, so he just dies to ganks, as I said earlier. Then it's just like very simple D shield. Second wind, Berserk Boots, as I said, you rush Berserk Boots, of course, and it should be like very easy, like after this point, it's super easy at most. I'm mainly looking to get your Fury. He's looking to get his Fury, he's looking to get his R soon, and then he can all in him again.
So look, against match range, I should try and rush boots
Yeah,
because
look, he rush boots, you see? He has rush boots,
rush.
he hits his
Yeah.
W, right? And
Yep.
he just kills
And
him.
then all in.
Now I know, yeah, you see, now in here the problem is that Timo does actually have some armor in his kit, and he couldn't quite kill him, because Timo actually Qs really bad, because he's one of the best Timo players, but in lower ranks Timo will kill you, and once his Q drops you can spin in, so that's how it will work in your rank at most, but in here it's a bit harder for him, because as I said, ideally after 6 you wanna all in him before he can just do this, whatever he did, but again, as I said, he's super vulnerable to ganks, so we skip a little bit
Yes.
forward, he hits his level 6 and he can all in Timo. Um,
Mm,
Again here,
I
so
see.
but into Timo you should definitely take like from uh, double tenacity from your runes, so his blind doesn't last that long. Um, and in here he's
And
6,
not.
yes, yeah, you should get legend tenacity, you should get the 10 percentage tenacity rune, otherwise it, and look in here, he has R, he has ghost soon, even if it's like 6 seconds off you still have time, and basically in here just forces an all in, right? He just forces an all in, hits
Yeah.
his W, and he does have ghost soon, so it's not a big deal. He does actually get out because sadly Kindred showed up and he didn't want it to force too hard, but you basically get it
Yep.
that in here if Kindred doesn't like randomly shows up, you just like kill Timo, so it shouldn't be a big deal. After 6 it's super easy. You should get Oracle, he forgot about Oracle, and once you get more and more items he's more and more vulnerable, of course, to potential all-ins. Of course in lower ranks people won't really go for bomb plating usually into Trinda, which will also give you an easier time. Um, they also won't space super well, so in here again,
He took bomb plating
yeah, Timo took
because
bomb
like.
plating, yeah,
Mm-mm.
and in here he already rushed Zeal. I wouldn't recommend you to rush Zeal, to be honest, because you need to rush your Kraken. Next patch you're gonna get Stride Kraken, I would say next patch, this patch. You could get Phantom Dancer second. Maybe Zeal I didn't really try Zeal since a while. It sounds like a good idea into range matchups maybe. It's something I didn't really try, to be honest. I'm not too close-minded to it. But it does give you speed, decent amount of speed to catch up, but I would say this patch you anyway is gonna get Phantom Dancer, so I would say you can go Zeal. It's probably fine, it's just something I'm not really using. I'm not even facing Timo, to be honest, in high Gilo when I play Trinda, but I think it's something you can probably go for it, just go for a Zeal. Second item Phantom Dancer, but don't finish Phantom Dancer, just basically go for Kraken, then go into Phantom from Zeal. These two mobility items will allow you to catch up, really nicely I would say, and Timo can't escape you basically. 10 after 6 is just usually free, if you don't misplay, if you don't walk into all of his mushrooms, or, don't go for some bad knives or something. And again, in low elo, people won't even go usually plated seal caps on Timo, so it would be even easier. That's the thing. Like in low elo, it should be super, super easy actually to like all in a Timo. Um,
Yeah, I see. Like here, auto attacks.
but
Here
then
it's not good. He backed
he has
because.
no R. That's the thing. Like if you don't have R, so many matchups work that way. If you have R, you kill him. If you don't have R, you don't. unless you have like an item
Okay.
advantage. But most of the matchups are just like that. If you have R, you kill him. If you don't have R, you don't kill him. And
Mm.
until you are like very ahead. If you are very ahead, you don't rely on R. You have Kraken already. Then you can go for your Kraken. You can go for an all-in if you have Fury. But usually that's how it goes. Like you kill someone, then it's your opponent's turn when your ult is on cooldown to kill you with his own ult, you know.
Mm.
Or like out of his base kit, because Tryndamere is not very useful without R in all-ins, because like it doesn't have like his R to stall, you know.
Yep.
That's the thing.
Wow, he just.
But in here,
So look, if as a Tryndamere, you should try and be aggressive,
y-
if you can,
yeah,
right?
in here he had item advantage, so I know he didn't have R, but it's just because of the item advantage he had, he won against him on all-in, you know. That's the thing.
Mm,
That's
I
the thing.
see. Okay, so just last question, just because time. Like, how do you rate my laning phase? Do I seem like to understand how to CS and wave management and all that?
I think at most got it. I think one time I could tell you to push. Sometimes you're holding a little bit too much your freezes when you're gonna lose too much HP. Sometimes either way you have ghost and you can all in your opponent, so you don't have to force too hard
Okay.
at that freeze because the issue is either it's gonna be unfrozen or just like you're gonna lose too much HP sometimes. So sometimes you can force too hard the freeze. From the other
Okay.
hand, you should look more for level 2 all-ins. You should push and look for a level 2 all-in, because you remember when I told you should spin in, because at the same time you deal damage to, it's an AoE spin,
Yeah.
you deal damage to Trundle and you get level 2, so you should watch out for level 2 advantages. At most you should aim to push, get level 2, and just like basically, like all in your opponent when you get level 2 really easily, you win that. Most of the 1v1s you will win really easily by doing that in lower ranks. Other than that, I would say like in matchups where like Nasus where you get to like push for free, you should just slowly push or match their push. But in free matchups where you dominate level 1, you should just look to like slowly push. Depends on your matchup, but at most like you can actually like experience your matchups out and see which is an easier matchup, where you want a slow push, where you want a hard push, of course, to get Fury, to get that level 2 faster. But I would say like into like super easy matchups like this type of matchups like Nasus, probably you don't want to push too hard, um,
Okay.
so it's something like you got to find a balance in between. Um, but in harder matchups, you should definitely aim to push, not allow your opponent to get level 2. Harder medium type of matchups, right? Um, from the other hand, now what else is there to watch out for? Just aim like sometimes or a bit quicker than you think occasionally. Often it can be totally fine if you don't like get maximum value out of Trinamir Sar as a beginner. Try to like when you're spinning towards someone, try to click on them already in midair when you're spinning. It's a very basic mechanic which would allow you to just instantly click on your opponent when you arrive.
So
Uh,
I just click and yeah, like click on the mouse on the champion.
yeah,
You will try and auto attack.
Yeah, it's a very basic thing, like it's just a very basic mechanic you can learn on any champion. That just try to like insta click. That's like the simple trick, like just spin, and when you're in spin, you insta click on your opponent, so you don't randomly misclick when you arrive, and that will just target your
Okay.
opponent.
Yeah. That's a mistake that I've been doing.
Uh,
Good that you caught
then from the other hand, what else? Like you don't punish cooldowns. Like you see Trundle so often burn his whole kit on the wave and he didn't do anything about it, or he queued the minions. You remember? So you got the all in. You got
Yeah,
to trade at least. When people are on cooldowns, because you can't just let someone be on cooldowns on everything and just not all in him when you have everything up. Because if he burns everything on the wave, you can all in him. It's a very simple logic, which most of the time will work. Uh,
yeah. I mean, I have that idea in mind, but don't, nothing implemented against Randall. But like, yeah, punish cooldowns is
the
like
game will need here. You see,
you saw the game against Elawi. Like she was just queuing the wave, and she I've been avoiding her E's and all that. And then after she uses it, I just go in. And
like
then yeah, I've used the wave against Elawi, and she got fucked.
this is just a slight difference. This is how usually UE is spinning, then basic, right? But you can also just like spin in and already click on your opponent, which is usually slightly faster. In
So
midair,
I
you should,
click on the champ, and then I E.
yeah, like just like when you're in midair, you should already click. Because sometimes you do something like this, you spin in, but sometimes you randomly walk around it. Sometimes I notice this, you know, like you spin in
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't insta basic like that, you know. Sometimes I seen you spinning
Uh,
in, then you do this, and then you do this. I think
yeah.
you did something like this. I think. You
So I click on the jump and then press E.
Yeah, it's very easy. W again, it's a very easy ability. Just like W them when you're behind them. So in this dive, you forgot to W, I think, to slow your opponent when you were diving here. Then, then things went wrong. Wait, where is the back of this dummy? Oh, it's here, right?
Yeah.
You spinned into him. Like it was fine. It's just like you spinned in a basic, you know. And this is where it helps, you know. Like you spin in and already in very basic, you know. Like it's very simple. Walk out then, right? Um, what else did go wrong? Or again, like you don't have to go for the most perfect possible art as a beginner. Just try to like get an art that's like decent enough to like get a kill on your opponent without like dying. Like you can already art here and you should be fine, you know. It doesn't have to be the most perfect art for you to like get the kill. From the
Mm.
other hand, Ghost, Ignite, you know, this is your general setup usually, where you can just like kill really easily your opponent with. It's a really good 1v1 low elo oriented setup you have there.
You know, I prefer like Ghost Flash. Just that way, like I feel more stronger. But
Ghost
when do you
Flash is also
recommend I
fine.
take? When
Uh,
do you recommend I take Ignite
I would say like
Ghost?
these type of matchups, you know, like that heal, generally speaking, you know, Trundle, Mundo, it can be super good into, you know, like any type of
Okay.
matchups that can heal a lot, because it's way easier to dive with Ignite. Because like often you don't need to like flash to dive, you need Ignite, you need the extra damage, you need the extra heal
Mm.
cut, you don't care about the extra, you know, the extra like like blink from flash, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
then again, like
Okay.
you should also like be considerate of TP on occasion, I would say, because that's
Yeah.
oh,
So when do I take TP?
so like TP is the type of thing I would say if you don't rely on like ignite or flash specifically to kill someone, like often your like ghost is enough, and then what you can do with TP is just to capitalize more likely of plates and split push
Yeah.
more smoothly with that, right? And you have way better recalls because then you're not forced to like perma stay in lane, otherwise you're gonna lose plates and minions because you can TP back. So I would say like that's like something I tried as well in some of my rank games. It's this is the type of thing you just like take if you are like in a good matchup where you gotta like capitalize off the enemy champion really easily with like TP, you know. But more than often your setup can be flash ghost, ignite ghost, you know. I would say just in really good matchup I would just like greed for TP, you know, and that can be super useful because you
So
have better
maybe like
rotations.
against Darius, should I take teleport?
Against Darius you kinda need flash to be honest, because often you just like flash in, like you just flash on
And yeah,
him and
because of his
yeah, like
E.
because of his Q and E, like you got the flash sometimes through his E or through his Q more likely, and I feel like it's really the type of matchup where you really rely on like flash to kill him. To be honest,
Mm,
Ghost. I don't know how to feel about like Ghost is fine, but I don't know how to feel about TP actually, because it's really like the type of matchup where you really need like both combat summoners to kill him. You know, TP gonna give you TP opportunities and have better recalls, but it's it doesn't really like lets you to kill him. So I would just still go like Ghost Flash into Darius. The TP will help you also in harder matchup to rotate for void grabs, and these also help you to split push or push your tower more easily, because you will have like better recast with TP for void grabs. Recently they added these monsters in the game, right? And that will just help you to rotate for these more faster, you know, which just generally allows, you know, like void grabs, they just help you to push towers more easily, and that's
yeah.
like super
So
useful on
like maybe
splitting champ.
against Trundle, I could have taken teleport. You think?
Ignite is too good, I think, in 1v1s just because he heals,
Because because he heals. Okay. Yeah.
and for
Okay.
dives, you know, for dives it's actually good to have Ignite, so I would say it's
Yeah.
just really good into him, you know, like he heals, you need that extra little damage, you know, I mean, it's just so useful into Trundle, you know. I would say like in easier matchups like Nasus, you can greet for Ghost and TP, you know, like generally like easier matchups where you can like already handle yourself. Timo is another good example because Timo pokes, sometimes he forces you to recall, but then you have a TP and then it's kind of fucked because then you could freeze on him or You could just like basically have a better recall because he doesn't forces you to go for a shit recall due to his like early game oriented kit, you know. Just easy matchups, you know. I would say at most. Um,
Okay. I'm gonna write that down. So take TP if easy matchup and go to split push.
you can take it into Garen as well. I mean, there are just many easy matchups, you know, that you're stomping. So that's where you can get more value out of TP. But you can also just like perma stick to ignite ghost. They're not hard to use, and you can get used to like one specific playstyle where you're winning your lane, you're expanding your lead to the side lane, right? Like it's also good if you just like stick to one like strategy at a time until like you know how to use ignite and ghost properly, and then I would say you can like aim to like practice TP because these summoner spells also take some practice, you know, and um, I would just say like you could also just not confuse yourself and you could just go for like perma like ghost ghost ignite to be honest. And I feel like once you practice them, then you can once you know your matchups, once you practice the summoner spells, you can like mix them in between, you know, according to your matchup. But at most, like I feel like with ghost ignite, you can win your lane, you can kill your opponent, you know, get those plates, get those towers, you know. So those are just like you're generally good, you know, like summoner spells. I mean, you can just like go for, you know, um, because it can mess with your muscle memory. That's like my main issue. Like if you mix the summoner spells, it messes with your muscle memory, you know. So sometimes you would kill a Trundle with ignite, but if you would go TP, then you just don't kill him, you know. So there will be occasions like that, you know.
Mm. Okay, so I'll try to take Ignite Ghost because that's the best on Tryndamere.
Yeah, then
But
you can.
maybe Flash
So,
in case like the champ has an
with
ability
so
to.
into mobile champs you can take it where you don't like where you need that extra flash and not necessarily ignite. More so into melee champs you want to take ignite, right? Um,
Mm,
Now,
okay.
was there anything else to talk about? The builds at most you got it, you know, Kraken into Guinsoo or the other option, of course, Phantom Dancer into Navori. Sometimes you can get Heartbreaker in between, right? That's also totally fine. Or Navori third. What else is there? Then I told you Terminus against tanks overall, but generally you could get like basically just like after that point you just get situational items, you know, wits end depending on the game. You could like theoretically get
Wits End if it's heavy AP.
yeah, theoretically like, you could go even Trinity Force, you know, really easily. It just depends on your crit level, you know, like you could go Essence if you're not full crit yet. If you're full crit you should go Trinity of course, but um it really depends what do you build, you know, like if you go Navori I wouldn't go Essence altogether with it, I would just go like Trinity. But it just depends on your build path, because those are the items that further allow you to split push harder. Um, think at most I think that's it. You know, I think is there like something else I forgot to mention? We got the laning traits.
Navari is a must, yeah?
So it's a must to have usually. You know, that's your usual third item, fourth item. You know, third, fourth item ideally. It's
Mm.
something you can go for it. It's a carry item. It allows you to reset your spin, you know, mainly. Gives you like
Okay.
W reset as well for chase. So that gives you like chasing power mainly, right? That's the point of Nabori. Uh,
Okay.
so it's just there, you know.
Okay. Nice. I got a lot of nice tips.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. I'll take all that into consideration. Yeah. Maybe I'd like to get another live coaching session again. Like
Alright, when do you
the
want to
thing is,
get again?
like I found it a bit hard, like to listen to what you're saying because I feel like
That's
I feel like it's hard to focus on what you're saying and what I'm doing.
yeah, it's a common thing because at the beginning you
Uh,
won't have the best attention management. That's the thing.
Yeah, it's the first time also like I get coaching thing. But yeah, I think I'd like another session.
Alright,
Maybe I'll just message you
yeah,
whenever.
easily you can message
Uh,
me. Um,
yeah.
Because like usually for beginners it's more recommended replay coaching just because they don't have the best attention management to play their champion to listen to someone else. So it's just really like a
Yeah.
beginner thing where you kind of have to like once you're better at Tryndamere, it's like
Mm.
it's easier to pay attention to me as well because these things just go already on autopilot. But now you just gotta concentrate on blast hits, you gotta concentrate on your W, on your ult, so it just doesn't work
Yeah.
like so simply for you that you just like listen to me so easily and do something at the same time. It just takes practice, but once you come back, it will be a more comfortable experience, I would say. I would
Yeah.
say that for sure.
Okay. So like wait, so how much would you charge for like another 2 hours of coaching?
It's in there in the prices I sent you already, so the general prices are there in the picture. It's 25 euro.
Oh yeah, yeah, you sent the picture thing. So like, what do you recommend moving forward? Do you recommend like one match where you just like you don't talk, you just see me play and maybe take notes of what I did right, what I did wrong,
We can do
and
that as
then
well. We can also just look at your replay, so you can actually like tell me your own thoughts as well, so that's also
it,
fine.
so it's really recommended to like look at the replay
For
properly
beginners, I would say
for beginners. Yeah,
live coaching is a bit for more experienced players. I would say at most it's more valuable for them. Um, Once you get
yeah, I
better.
see.
So I mean, basically, it's just like we could look at your replays, because like I don't know, like I could look at your live gameplay and take notes of that, but it's basically the same as if you would look at your replay, but you can concentrate
Yeah.
better at me as well in the moment. And also you can visually see what's going on. You just don't look at notes, because in league it's very important, to like visually see like what's going on beside like just like looking at notes. So that's my thing with like replays, because like you can see it with your own eyes over just like looking at notes. So I would say replays are better. But I mean, basically we could have time in a hour even for a replay and a live game. We could have time for both if it so happens. Um,
One question, do you have, are you doing like push to talk?
no, usually I'm not doing push to talk.
Ah, okay. Because I feel like that's what you're doing. Uh, that's why like I feel it's a bit hard to
Uh,
listen to.
Maybe my
I
mic is.
thought, yeah, something like, I don't know what's wrong,
Hmm.
maybe to
Hmm.
do with your mic or something. Because I feel like, when you, every time you talk, it's like there's a pause. And
Oh yeah.
I don't know that,
Is it
yeah,
better
that,
now?
that's, I think it's the same thing, but maybe I'll get used to it.
Is it way better now this time?
Yeah, I think it seems better. If you could
Yeah.
just keep talking, uh,
Yeah, so
just read some.
there is this automatically determine input sensitivity, and if I pull it down, then it's more likely you're gonna hear me.
I
So
feel like now it's better. I don't know
yeah,
if you did something.
yeah, I actually did pull down the automatically determine input sensitivity. I turned it off, and I pulled
Yeah, I
it
think
down.
if you do that, that would be
So
better
now you
for
can,
next time.
yeah, now you can hear me more easily. Yeah, definitely. If
Yeah,
you hear some problems with the communications, you can just upfront tell me, and I can change the input sensitivity.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's perfect now. I feel like you're actually like talking to me, not pushed to talk every time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Uh, I think yeah. Uh,
I
so
think
like, what do you recommend? Maybe not now, but maybe just I play a little bit more of Trindamir and then I ask you for
you can play like
a live replay.
5, 10, 20 more games, something like that. You could play like 10 more games. Then you can like really easily come back and see if you learned something new, see if you manage to rank up a little, see if you are better at with the train the use mechanics. And because some of the things were very basic. And once you got those very basic things at least done, you know your dive angles to some degree, your all-in angles, your trades at least to some degree. Then you
Mm.
can come back at like you can give it like 10-20 games if you feel like. You can come back anytime you want to be honest, but you can give it like 10-20 games, and then because Tryndamere is not, it doesn't take like too many games to like learn how to play it, that's my thing about Tryndamere, so depends on the person as well, but I would say you can play like 10-20 games and see how it goes.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I think maybe like your biggest tip is to try and play aggressive. I've got
Yeah.
Ignite and Ghost and just try to kill him,
Yeah,
right?
that's the thing. Like, you're not gonna learn if you don't push your limits. That's the thing. Like, there
Push
are sh
my limits.
there should be always a takeaway. Like you play a game, you see a matchup in our face before, or you always don't know how to beat this matchup. It's like at the end of the game, like you should ask yourself, did I know when to all in my opponent? Did I know when to short trade into him? Did I miss on a all in potential? Like, you just really can't really get away from a game without like at least like trying to all in your opponent once to see how the matchup works. Because it's like one of those like limit testing champions in the mirror.
Okay, yeah. Test your limits. Go aggressive if you can.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. Like, I won't give a shit if I die, but I'll have to like, yeah,
Just
I've
watch out
taken
for
in
some
all the
things like
notes.
conditions, like mainly just watch out for some conditions. For example, if Jax has no E, you can go in as an example because he can parry your basic attacks, he can stun you after, right? But it depends, like you can ask yourself like what are the necessary needs for you to all in a certain champion. Sometimes they have to be on cooldown, sometimes you need ult, sometimes you need ghost, right? So you can just
Mm.
ask yourself like what are the necessary needs. And if things went wrong, that can also be educative for you because, for example, you dive someone and then they escape with 100, 200 HP, and you use everything, be played as well as possible. But then you should tell yourself, well, maybe I could, but actually like short trade a little bit more, and then look for an all-in so it doesn't escape with like 200 HP as an example. So
Yeah.
those are like the patterns that you can look for. After a play, even if it goes wrong, you should just ask yourself, like, not like, don't be like, oh shit, well, this went wrong. Just ask yourself, well, why did this go wrong? And then you can just understand that just like part of the process of improving. Um,
Yeah, so I think from what I need to do is just try to learn the learning phase a bit more, and then I think yeah, like whenever next time, like you teach me about objectives, when to go,
oh
when
yeah,
to
we
meet,
can
when
move
to group
on.
with
Yeah.
the team, yeah, when to group with the team, when to just keep pushing,
Oh yeah, once we
uh,
got the,
just the process thinking. I want
yeah,
to
so
like,
that's good.
so my goal is to reach. Uh, like Rao would be flat would be good, and then someday diamond would be nice because I'm not really playing a lot. I have a life.
Oh yeah, this makes sense.
Not like it. Yeah, I just play like for fun, but I'd like to like reach
Oh yeah,
platinum
makes
or
sense. I mean, these are just competitive hobbies, but it's really not about the time you have, it's about how do you use it. That's what I've been telling people. Like I had a 13-hour job, I still managed to reach Challenger. But the funny thing is
wow.
before, I like it was the no, it was actually 12 hours and 44 minutes, basically.
Wow.
And I was away from home for like 12 hours, right? And I came home, I was a bit more tired than usual, and
What's you
uh,
gonna be tired, man?
because
12
I had to
hours,
take
holy
because I had to take buses. It wasn't really like the job that it was just eight
traveling.
hours, but with the
Don't
buses
have a
it was
car.
like, yeah, it was approximately 12 hours usually. And again, like I had way less time than others. But the funny thing is, before I didn't work and I couldn't reach Challenger. After I had way less time, I started working for like 12 hours in total. Before I arrived home, I was away from home for 12 hours, and then I reached Challenger. And you see, it wasn't really about how much time do you have; it's about how do you use it. Because it's like brute forcing your games doesn't equal the same improvement. That's the thing. So it's really about the efficiency of using that time, not about how much time you have. Because you can't really catch yourself in a day like you have a lot of time, but there is just like no productivity out of it. Um, that's what I really
Yeah,
like.
that's. So do you like live by yourself or?
No, I live with my parents. But actually, like I'm just like a 20-year-old, so I'm still living in here with my parents. Before I was
Oh, you're
thinking to
still.
move. Yeah,
Okay.
like I was at the time thinking to move out, but I feel like it's just like these days people don't even move out. It's just like people stay at home at most because of the
It's
expenses.
expensive, man. Like,
It's so
just yeah, if
expensive
your
to live
parents
alone.
have
I
a
mean,
place, just
uh,
stay with them.
yeah, I've been always telling people depends with about. It really comes down to your relationship with your parents. I mean, if you don't hate them and they don't mind you to have you around, I mean, you can help around the house. You can also like add some money to certain things. It's like some people or some
Yeah,
families are even happier if their family is together and they aren't like splitted up in different countries perhaps or different like cities. So I think it really just comes down to that some people just feel nice living with parents, some people
yeah,
don't, but it just really comes down as well that then you have like less social interactions as well, and there are just like very big expenses these days, mainly for that, mainly for that. um
yeah. Get what you mean. I think like the Western culture is like parents when you reach 18, it's like yo, get the hell out.
That's how they used to be. Now in these days, it's kind of like these are things these people don't say that much just because of the inflation. So it's just
Yeah,
kind of like people actually just weirdly enough they just don't do that anymore at all, at most, because it's just like things shit's expensive. So and it's not really going
yeah,
lower at any time soon probably. So it's like that.
damn, yeah, man. It's difficult, man.
Because I had
Even
some
like the
opportunities. That's the thing. Like I had some opportunities to move out. Sometimes I didn't choose to. Um, but what did you want to say? I think I
uh,
interrupted you a bit.
sorry.
I think I interrupted you a bit earlier. You wanted to say something?
Oh no, no, no. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand what the Western culture over there and the inflation is crazy.
Yeah, I live in
It's,
Romania pretty much, but I'm a Romanian. I just live in here. Um, so that's all you
yeah,
would say.
man. If you're good with your parents, try to stay with them. Save money. Maybe
Yeah,
get your license, a car,
yeah,
so you
something like
don't
that.
have
Something
to
like that.
take the bus to work. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I had in the past I had these bus jobs, but in these days it's in my city, so it's kind of good because it's tiring. Like, oh god, it's tiring actually every day to take buses because it's very far away. It's not even that you have to take buses, but it's very far away that I have to walk towards the bus. Then I have to like go home with it from like 24 kilometers. So
Crazy, man. That's crazy. Uh, I kind of did the similar thing, but as you grow older, maybe get more experience, you'll get another different job, and then
yeah,
maybe get
I had some experiences where they just kind of tell you if you don't have experience, you may just fuck yourself. So that's like
yeah,
that's like kind of like a struggle at the beginning. But at least now I'm actually like fine. Like I still got like a recent job around my city, so that's kind of good actually. Because so far
yeah,
in my cities jobs don't even exist per usual. So you have to all the time take buses. Everyone does pretty much in a different city.
yeah. The bus days, man, that was stupid. I used to walk like 30 minutes to a spot to get a bus that takes 1 hour and a half. So yeah, basically like 2 hours. I think it was in COVID times. I used to do like PCR testing and shit.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. You're not gonna study?
So look, my goal before was very simple. I already finished like a auto mechanic professional school. Basically it means you repair cars. I wasn't really like interested in it. I just wanted to get a diploma before. I actually had some. I was hired in a team as a league coach. We were paid crazy amounts of money. Like at the beginning, it was 4,800 euro. Then it was like 7,600. Now it sounded to be too good to be true. So we got scammed by the director, and sadly the lawsuit still goes on. Funny enough, we have like bunch of lawsuits already in the family because some other things happened, of course. But I actually like pretty much my focus was on it's like this individually coaching beside having a job, of course, and just like some team coachings. But there are so many like scams in esports, it's unbelievable. So
Yeah.
now we just have to deal with that lawsuit. Now we just have to, like, I don't know, just like so many time waster teams text me, and it's like it's something I'm just still trying to get to work. That's like one of my goals. Beside like just like working at my job, that I will work. I think I will start working at like Monday only, basically, and that's like my main goal right now. Just like very simple, Just
Yeah,
like what
no,
I
this is
did
good,
before.
like a side job as well.
Because like sometimes
Very
I
good.
get money out of this coaching, so it just really comes down to it, just like a fun little thing to do for me, and just growing this like YouTube channel, growing this like basically growing my social medias a bit. That's what I'm doing, like that's because like you got to find something that you like to do, or just like you feel really um
Yeah.
connected with, in some way.
Try to, like, I just saw a little bit of your YouTube videos. Maybe get a little bit creative, like a little bit of editing, if you learn that, and you know, I think, like, if you see other
Oh
YouTube
yeah, I mean,
channels,
I started to do some
you
YouTube
can learn.
shorts, so that's something I
Yeah,
did.
even shorts are good a way to start as well.
Did some shorts, probably gonna do some shorts. Was thinking to work a bit on the thumbnails a little bit now and then, but I realized some things on Reddit I can like promote them. So step by step, at least like by 1%, I'm trying to like improve on things every daily. Mainly, I put a lot of emphasis on like streaming league as well for people, educative content. Basically, it's just there, it's just there, and that's what like I'm doing, like.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Okay, I think even like I have to go. Man, it was lovely speaking to you, meeting you, getting to know you, and yeah, the coaching session was amazing. I'll give you a nice review. And like I said, next time we can do
All right,
a
give you
review,
the
proper review, and yeah, just like help me out, man. I wanna, like, I don't know, like, yeah,
You wanna get the
I
gold
fell
in
embarrassed,
skin.
man. I made so many mistakes, like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's part of the
But
process. Of
part
course,
of the process.
if you're doing
I'll keep,
something, obviously you're gonna do mistakes. Like it's like that.
yeah, I'll keep practicing, man. I'll keep practicing.
And I gave you the student role that just allows you to leave a review if you choose in the review section.
Yep. Where is your picture? Yeah, so it's 25 euros for 2 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
not
pay me
bad for the
before we
price we
start.
have.
Yeah, yeah. I generally sell it quite cheap these days. Just like magic
Yeah,
cards and
you are cheap compared to others. Like I saw on Fiverr as well. It's
uh,
like
kind of get
maybe
scammed there, to
20
be honest.
euros.
You kind of get
And
scammed there.
and Fiverr, you can get scammed.
Uh,
But I, if
well,
but you can tell Fiverr like, yo, this guy didn't do shit, and then you can get your money back. At
uh,
least like Fiverr is proper company.
yeah, but it's like some of the coaches are useless there. That's the problem. Like, let's say you
Yeah,
don't get scammed. Like, I say you get scammed just because you don't get teached out that much. That's the problem. Um,
yeah, yeah,
that's the problem because some of them are either a specific role or champion type of coaches. From the other hand, often there isn't a real proof of their rank. But again, this sometimes occasionally will happen. But the issue is that too many of them, it's like playing league, being high ranked at league, it doesn't equal the same like coaching knowledge or like a specific champion knowledge that may not play. Like I'm pretty much like multi-role coaching. That's what I did for my team as well. I can coach pretty much anyone on any champion at this point, but that doesn't apply to many people, or they may not know a specific champ. So it really depends on the person, but most of them are just like really either non-experienced coaches that just really started to like freelance there,
yep,
or 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 like you see a lot of like high tier coaches that are expensive, but the issue is they are team coaches and they will not tell you shit about Tryndamere because Tryndamere doesn't get played in pro play from one hand. From the other hand, they don't know shit about Tryndamere because it's a solo queue champion, and it just really comes down to that they will not be useful enough for you if they're that expensive, just because like they will tell you some basics, but they don't even play the champion at most as a thing. Like,
yeah, yeah,
so it's just like what they do drafting for champion selects, which doesn't matter shit in low elo because you could carry with any type of champion. They may take a little bit of care of your runes and builds, but it's not on their radar. This type of solo queue champions like Darius, Tryndamere, so there is less like personalized teaching for the champions,
Yeah, exactly. Like you play top lane and you know your shit in top lane and you know the champions as well. You knew about Trundle, his cooldowns, and you told me when to go
Yeah.
in. So
Yes, that's like the personalized experience, that you will get
yeah,
here.
that's what I prefer. That's what I prefer. That's why like I just YOLO, I just went for you and yeah, it's been good, man.
Um, because it takes digging, to find a good coach. That's the thing with the league coaching scene. It takes some digging until you find something good. That's not
And
also
even
very
some
expensive.
coaches like they chat shit about other ones. They're like, nah, this guy is just not good. Have you
Uh,
heard about have you heard of Swirl?
yeah, I heard about some of them, and I just don't like this type of like.
Apparently like Swirl doesn't really know shit. Okay, like he's a nice guy and everything when he coaches you, but one guy said, yeah, this guy is like a platinum player. He's not really that good. I was like,
Well,
oh, okay.
you know how it is. I mean, it's not. Rank doesn't really matter shit when it comes to league coaching, but it doesn't matter so all that much. But it's also another thing that people could also be just very bad coaches because they are low ranked and they don't have enough coaching experience. So I always said like rank doesn't matter that much. When I was Diamond 1, I also said the same thing. Rank doesn't matter so all that much when it comes to league coaching. When I reached Challenger, my opinion didn't change. It Your rank doesn't again still matters all that much when it comes to league coaching, but it can be concerning when someone is low elo, they are just beginning there, they're trying to coach when they're platinum and they don't have like any real experience because you got to look for reviews, you got to look for YouTube channel examples of their coaching and then you can decide because you can do your own like little research. So you can
Yeah,
like avoid like useless experiences.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, like you had a lot of people on Discord there
Yeah, yeah, the
talking
reviews.
about you. So yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's what I did, and then yeah, I went for the 1 hour just to see if you're not a scammer. You're actually
Yeah,
not.
yeah,
You know
makes
your
sense,
your shit.
makes
So
sense.
yeah, yeah. So hopefully we'll have another coaching session maybe next week or something. Cause I just play on the weekends. No.
You only play in the weekends, okay, that's good. What's a fun fact? So my friend only played in the weekends and he reached Challenger. Right? That's
No
funny.
way.
He only played in the weekends. He reached Challenger before I did. Okay, he reached Challenger before I did. Uh, and you know
I
what?
must be
You
very good.
know, yeah. When he told me he's master, when I was like already diamond two. I was like gold. He told me he's already diamond two. I was like, oh fuck, I gonna catch up, I started ranking up again, but he was always a bit better than I was. He's in my city, but we don't really talk since a while. And he only played in his childhood in the weekends. Maybe later on he got a little bit, but he reached it in his childhood. He reached it at 17, 18, something like that. A challenger I don't even remember. And basically he only played in the weekend. I mean, I know that he has a kid. He has a kid. He basically doesn't get to play too much. He still reached master, so it doesn't matter. It's like often this I don't have enough time. It's often just an excuse because, as I said before, it does matter how do you use it, and it's often like it's not like you don't have enough time. It's just you don't give enough time for a certain thing. That's like also like something to
Alive,
consider.
you need to do shit. So
Yeah, I mean,
maybe let a game, control your life.
I mean definitely shouldn't, right? Like it shouldn't go Tyler one mode where you play like 16 hours a day. Uh,
Yeah, exactly. If you have a kid as well, like, come on,
it's
you need
hard, right?
to.
That's hard
Yeah,
to
it's hard.
balance. It's hard to balance your time. It's
It's
possible.
hard. It is indeed.
Yeah, it's harder to balance, but it's possible. That's what I wanna say. Just like possible. Um,
But it's possible. Okay, if it's possible, then yeah, I will try and reach
I mean,
platinum.
I can
Or
tell another example. Another guy, Mystifine. He's in my server. He reached master, in like 1.5 year or how much? I don't even remember. I think it was 1.5 year or 3 years. I don't remember, man. But he reached master, right? Basically reached master. I don't even remember in
Yeah.
like few years. I don't remember actually. Maybe it was like 2 years. And he is imagine that he's a student. He's very busy because he's learning computer science, and that takes a lot of like processing, and it
Yep.
takes a lot of your time away, right? And at the same time, he plays League on occasion, and beside like being successful at like his programmings, he already has a YouTube channel of his programmings, right? Uh, he learns computer science, of course. He did reach master, so it's just really about that, like
Yeah.
once you can like change on your habits, these type of things become easier, improving at a certain thing. It's just really all about like habit, like changing on habits.
Indeed. Yeah, man. We'll see what I can do.
Alright, so that
Uh,
do you have any other questions, Barta? Then
uh, no, no other questions. For now, maybe I just need to use. What's this website? Is it called Fandom Wiki, right? If I
fandom.
wanna
From
like,
fandom, you can get a lot of information. You can type League of Legends fandom, Tryndamere, anything, And what's like okay, like as a final thing, I would give you another recommendation. So when you face a
yeah,
specific type of matchup, anything really, you can really quickly Google up a champion. You can get some approximate information about them. For example, I typed Arius fandom, anything really, and you can see some exacts, about the enemy champion. For example, how much cooldown does his Q have? He used his cooldown, okay, he won't have it for 9 seconds. I could look for traits, right? W 5 seconds, E has 24 seconds, and usually he will use it defensively. And Yuri comes up way faster than his E does, as an example, so he can kite you out too well. You can just look at different type of cooldowns, of course, overall. Um,
yeah,
Mainly the ones that will be, of course, super important. Champions that have like faster like all resets than you do because they have lower cooldowns, like Gragas, for example. um, for example, I look at his R, it has less cooldown than Tryndamere's ult. As we can see, it's only 100 cooldown, and it's usually way less because they go for cooldown items and runes, so it generally has it faster than you, so you should be careful how you fight him, of course. But you can like detect a lot of information, if you just simply like look through this. You can check the cooldowns, the damage they deal approximatively. You can actually have like an image in your head, like what ability, what do they do exactly. You can look at like Darius's Q, and you can see in detail that if he Qs but you chose to spin in, you can visually see that his Q barely does any damage, and also it doesn't
yo.
apply the bleed stack, it doesn't heals. So it's written in here, it's exactly written in here.
Wait, against champions and large monster hits. So like, not the cannon. Like, if he hits, what do you call it? If he hits Baron with his Q, he
Yeah,
heals.
he does heal, right? He does heal, so you get to learn some things on detail. And in here you can also read. He uses his Q. After 0.75 seconds, it goes off, and then he swings it around himself, dealing physical damage to nearby enemies, reduced to 35% against enemies in the inner radius, and he doesn't
Mm.
heal, he doesn't apply bleed stack, so he barely does any damage in the inner radius if you spin in. So you can learn some type of informations now and then about the champion. He has even cooldown to Tryndamere, so right, so you can like learn bunch of information just by looking at this type of like things before a matchup, which will help you a lot. It will, for example, into Jax,
Is
Jax
that what you
fandom.
do?
You can do it. I'm now and then I'm doing it. Like I know most of the cooldowns and the matchup out of my own head. This is better for
Okay,
beginners. Occasionally I
okay,
check it. Occasionally I check it if I don't exactly remember. But it's like, for example, Jaxi, right? 15 seconds, right? But the thing is, Tryndamere C has less seconds, and you can reset it off a bit more quickly of minions. So you can also like visually see Tryndamere's Q. Tryndamere see every cooldown of Tryndamere you can see in here, but you can see them in game, of course, and you can see 12 seconds only. His E has 15, so you can actually force basic attack fights before his ability comes up, as an example. So there are many things that you can actually just like learn: cooldowns, damage numbers, if they do an extra effect beside beside the like just dealing damage, right? So you can like learn
mm,
bunch of things in here. Um, you can also like look at their passives, if you see if you have a dominant passive in all-ins, for example. I don't know, like a very easy example you can look at. For example, I type on, now we can actually like already differentiate the base stats, obviously, like if I go to Trindamir, we can look at our base stats, his base stats, we can see that our, generally speaking, our AD growth is higher later on. We can look at different things as well. His auto attack range, that could matter a little bit. You can look at his passive. His passive doesn't provide anything in combat early on. It just builds item, upgrades items, of course, but it does not do anything in combat. You look at Trindamir's passive, right? And you can see it provides it provides actually like crit. It provides like a cooldown. Man, keep saying cooldown. It provides like fighting power, right? It provides up to 40% crit. So you can see that he has nothing on his passive. He have something, right? So his passive takes lots of time to scale. We can only build items out of it, perhaps upgrade things later on. You can compare your Qs. He has some damage, 20 damage, 110% AD scaling, so it does like 80-90 damage in lane to you. But you check your own Q, you actually have like AD healing from it, so you get actually DPS from this Q that also gives progressively more and more AD. So you can like compare a little bit like the sets. So you can like visually see if you win a level 1 all-in or if you don't, depending on like what does the enemy champion like exactly have, or a level 2 all-in whatnot. So you can just
Yep.
do some really like good comparisons on the side.
Nice. Yeah, I'll check that, man. That's it's a nice tip. I need to do that. Because sometimes, like Trundle, I barely faced him, so I barely knew like how he works.
Yeah, Stranded is quite easy. He has 24 seconds if I remember. His W like 16. His Q has like 3.5 or something, or 4.5. Was it 4.5 or 3.5? No, it's 3.5. Yeah, I remember them correctly. So you can like play around those cooldowns because he has long cooldown. 16 knee. No, 24 on E, my bad. 16 on W, 3.4 on Q. So he has two long cooldown abilities. The Frozen Domain, the big ice circle, that's his W. The Pillar of Ice is his like ice pillar, and all of these abilities like have a long cooldown except his Q, right? So you can look for like very long cooldown abilities, and once you baited them out, once they're out of the plate, and you can look for all-ins, based on this information, because often as like a thing I notice in lower ranks, people just don't tend to like punish cooldowns, especially these like very long ones, you should aim to like punish, because
Yeah.
otherwise it's not gonna like learn your all-in angles, because if you just perma play safely when they are on cooldowns and your abilities are up, so that's just a very simple thing to watch out for. So I think that's it for now, Sparta. Have a nice day.
Yep. Yeah, you too, man. What time is it there in Italy?
I'm not in Italy, I'm in Romania.
Oh, yeah, Romania. But you're from Italy.
No, I'm actually Hungarian. I just have an accent almost like I'm an Italian.
Oh, okay. I
I
thought you were
speak,
Italian.
well, I speak bunch of languages, so people can mix me for Bulgarians. People think I'm from Greece, so at this point it's just
Mm,
I could be anything, based on my accent.
yeah, I see.
Yes,
Alright, cool, man.
so I'm gonna be leaving
Uh,
now, Sparta. Then
sorry?
I will leave soon, so I think that's it for
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, I'll be in contact with you if you've got any questions or our next coaching sessions.
All right. Have a nice day then.
Uh, yeah, have a nice day, bro. Take care.
Alright guys, we finished this coaching session, of course. We got the informative value out of it, of course, 100%. I just want to check if there are some comments left or anything I unanswered, of course, on this stream. Had some coaching, had some gameplay in here and there, but mainly I guess you guys came for the league coaching, so nothing here. I think I'm gonna close the stream as well. It's quite late in here, so that's it for now, guys. Have a nice day.